Hello, everybody, and welcome to eDIOCRACY, the show in which a bunch of idiots that have no clue in what the f is that? Why can we never get through one intro without someone's microphone fucking echoing? I don't understand this. I can't even get through one fucking intro.
You guys say you need some echo?
Oh my god! Hello, everybody, and welcome to eDIOCRACY, a show in which a bunch of idiots that have no clue what the heck they are doing sit down and save the world. Once again, I am joined by the boys.
Hello.
And
Echo.
today I'm gonna kill you. Novos dies this episode. Today we return back into the path to Supernova, as our grand party has just witnessed a few amazing things throughout the night. So first off, to get us started, Gel and Dazu took a little trip down to one of the night markets, ended up getting themselves a little quest for themselves. And on top of that, they ended up coming back and meeting up with the rest of the group, who a couple seemed a little beat up and everything from the bar fight that might have happened with a couple fireballs and tail. And after having a good night of rest, all of them go into the town square where they find a couple parties of mages in a little bit of a mage shootout. And in that, up erupts out of nowhere is the Mage Killer. The one person who has been going around and killing all of the mages one by one, and now is making their way once again in this competition with taking out two more parties of mages before disappearing in the brightness of day. And with all of them just seeing him turn invisible on the rooftop just outside of the town square, all of them are now left with very little clues on how they are going to find him.
I think I might have an idea of how to get up on the rooftop.
I told you I'm not throwing you. I can't.
No, and I bonk him really, really lightly so it doesn't do any damage with the spider staff. I'm like, look, I got a spider staff. and then I shove the spider like right in his face.
Datsu kind of does that thing of like pushing it out of his face just lightly and goes, very cool.
No, look, I got a spider staff and I shove it in his face again.
I soil his pants.
Web. No, I'm just kidding. Let me see. I'm gonna make sure and see how like the web works, because if he's up on the roof, I'm not trying to face him up there alone.
So what are you doing?
The mage killer's up on the roof, right?
He
went invisible.
He went invisible on the roof, so you don't even know if he's still up there.
Dang, I don't even know where he's at. Yeah. Anybody got any idea where that man went?
I'm wondering if maybe I can transform into a mastiff and track him down. I have no idea.
That would be good. I wish I had used the see ability roll, but I don't know. No spells.
I can attempt that if we don't have any other ideas.
Oh, do you have the see invisibility spell?
No, she turned into
No,
a
no,
master.
turning.
Oh,
Yeah,
turn into
yeah.
mastiff? Yeah, true. I was about to say, I was like, if you have that, go ahead, you know.
No,
Nobody's
I don't
stopping
have
you.
that. I can't
Okay.
do that, unfortunately.
Okay. Can I do a perception check?
He's on what?
Well, you like earlier when you said invisibility, like it's not completely invisible, like you're like.
It's invisibility.
No, this is just straight up invisible.
Oh, so he's straight up invisible.
He's
It's
straight
not
up
like the
Just like
spell
how,
that I was
like,
using.
you touch yourself and you become invisible.
Yeah. I mean, you may perception check with disadvantage, but the problem is from you're not on the roof, and so like
Oh.
I don't know. I really don't know what you're going to find.
Okay, well I could go up there, and then do a perception check. Do you guys think I should do that?
Well, considering the amount of time you've been spent standing here talking about what you're planning on doing,
Yeah. What do you guys think?
there's a good chance that he's run off.
Oh, okay, good.
Mhm.
So I should go up on the roof and check. Thank you. All right.
No,
well-
please, dude, go ahead. Waste more time.
Oh, okay. Well, why don't you do something about it, Gel? Why don't you knock down that house over there with your big axe?
Why don't you just fireball house then while we're at it?
Oh yeah, like everybody has
Oh.
the fireball spell.
I don't want
Thanks
any
for
more
being
fireballs. No more fireballs.
I'm just gonna use Taj's mind whip on Gil. No, I'm just playing.
My goodness.
Anybody else got a plan? Or are we just gonna let this guy get away again?
Well, I mean, we've always got the Mastiff idea.
Yeah, true. All right. Well, I guess.
Would it be? Do you think it would be better for me to get up onto the roof?
Well, why don't we just do
then-
that together? Yeah.
Yeah, and then try and like see if I can smell them out.
Can I use my spider staff on other people, or are you just able to climb the roof?
I can fly like
Oh,
for
okay.
a
Well,
minute.
In that case, I'll just go ahead and climb up there. You go ahead and fly up.
All
I'm gonna
right.
use my
all right,
spider
we'll-
climb and use one charge off my spider staff.
Yeah, we'll go with this plan. Gonna use my wings to fly up onto the roof,
Okay.
and then once up there, I'm going to wild shape into a mastiff.
I'm gonna do a perception check.
Let me get stuff.
All right. So you're going to use one of your charges in the spider staff to
Mhm.
climb it.
Yeah, and I got a 13 on my perception check, so I don't think I see shit.
Nope. You get up there and you don't see any traces.
Gotcha.
Okay, so I'm going to wild shape into the mastiff, and I'm going to make a perception, which says
would be disadvantage.
right, but with a mastiff it says I have advantage, so
Okay, so
it
it's
would
a
just be a
straight
straight roll.
Yep.
Okay, come on, Dice. Be nice to me today.
Dice, y'all.
I'm really bad at this.
Can we get a Tides of Chaos?
Can I get a re-roll? No, I got a 3. Which
Dang.
yeah.
yeah.
So in total, I think it's a 6.
You
with
like
mastiff.
you turn and you're like super close to just absolutely going ham on the mage killer, and then you realize it's Nova standing next to you.
Oh god.
You're like within inches of just like clawing his face out.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Hey, well, calm down, bro. Calm down.
Yes, I know he stinks.
I boot the snoot. I go and boop the snoot.
I growl.
Oh, oh no.
Oh dear. Well, I
Okay.
mean, I can stay. I know, like, obviously I'm not talking right now, but I can stay in this form for 2 hours if we want to.
You're on
Walk
top of
around.
a roof.
I'm gonna shout
as a
down off the
dog.
No,
roof
I-
to the
I
other
know.
guys and be like, "Hey, he's not up here. What do you guys want to do?"
Not sure.
What? Did someone say something down there?
So the
Awfully quiet.
yeah, you do like you hear a guard kind of yell up and just like, "Who in the hell are you, and why are you on that roof?"
That's what we've been trying to tell him. Get down.
You guys, I go to the guard. I'm like, you all seen the mage killer? We're trying to kill him.
The mage killer needs to be stopped.
The guard yell anything else, or should I just get off the roof?
I thought you just said you went up to him. So like, did you
No,
not
he
get off
called
the
out
roof?
to the guard.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'm not going to ask you again before we fire. And you see 3 other guards pull up their crossbows and aim at you. It's like, get off that roof!
I give him a thumbs down, and I slowly crawl down off the roof.
You should fire at him anyway.
I'm going to do something stupid and leap off of the roof, and hopefully somebody catches me.
Just sidestep wherever she's about to land.
I'm gonna put a hand out.
Wait,
act like I'm trying to
but
catch her,
wait a
and
minute.
then-
So currently, you could,
She's currently a dog, and she's jumping off.
I am a
roof.
dog. Yes.
you're not only that, but you're kind of a big dog.
Is it a big dog? How big is
Mastiffs
Mastiff?
are pretty
How big is
A
Mastiff?
Mastiff
the
Oh,
is-
it's a
biggest
medium
dog.
beast?
It's
Hold on, I'm about to send it in the chat.
I'm gonna look. Mastiff and 5e. It's a medium beast. Yeah, you are.
It's a medium beast.
big.
Okay. I didn't know that.
You're
Okay.
like the size of a person.
I'll
Yeah,
catch
mastiffs are the same size as a dude.
Okay. So so you jump.
I'll jump.
Okay. So you're going
I'm
to
gonna
jump.
try
The
to catch her.
guards are all just gonna like move out of the way because they're like, we don't want to get crushed. And like they freak out, jump
We're
out of the
starting
way.
off with the.
And I guess Novos is gonna. Oh my God, Novos is gonna attempt it. Novos,
Well,
I-
is Gale with me?
Novos.
I'm gonna actually, as Novos, I'm gonna grab Gale by his shirt and then shove him where Minara is about to land.
Gel,
Be
do you
able to
allow
move,
him to
Gil.
shove you?
No.
Okay,
Why would I allow him to shove me?
that's a good point. I need Novos and Gel to both give me an athletics.
Athletics.
Okay.
Yep.
Where's my?
Whee!
Oh, I gotta
well,
flip
I
through. I got
please
a
do
16.
tell me.
That's not bad.
Yeah. Well, too bad I've got 22.
Oh. Well, I'm going to tell. I'm gonna. I'm gonna persuade him to get over there and be like, "Look, if you don't walk in front of her, she's gonna die."
Oh no, she's all
Oh, it's already too late.
she's all
Oh.
yeah, no, you had enough time to try to push him. That's about it. Cuz she's
Damn.
falling off the roof.
I
Gel.
was jumping towards somebody. I was
Yeah, yeah.
hoping somebody was
gonna
going to
catch
attempt.
her, man.
So,
Well, Gil couldn't do anything because Novos went and like messed with him. So
No.
yeah. Cool. So,
Torrin said he tried to catch her,
so
or not Torrin, Waffles.
all right, you're going to try to. Okay, I need you to roll me an athletics.
$24.
Hey,
Okay.
Hey.
So yeah, well, ends up falling straight off, and Novos tries to push Gel. Gel's over there, a little pissed off at Novos, like, "Why are you trying to push me, bro?" And in that, everyone just kind of sees as the Mastiff just lands straight on top of is it Bata is what it's pronounced as.
Yeah, Bada.
Bata, okay. So this
Yeah, hey,
Mastiff
Bata,
lands
swing.
right on top of Bata, like freaking paws hanging over his shoulder and everything. Just like he kind of stumbles a little bit, but he's able to catch her. And you even hear one of the guards just like, "Good job, good job."
I like his face.
Yeah.
I look at Galen saying that could be your face getting licked right now.
And one of the guards walks up to Novos and just goes, You irresponsibly took your dog onto that roof?
I'm just gonna shove my thumb out, twiddle it up, slightly down, up, and then eventually give a full thumbs down to the guard.
And
Can
the
I
guard's
pick
just
up
like, I
Novos?
could have you arrested for that. You know that, right?
I'm gonna do a performance and then do a hello my darling, hello my baby, hello my ragtime gal, and then I'm
Johnny,
gonna
can I
zip into
pick
an
up
alley.
Novos? Can I pick up Novos?
I refuse and I cast web on Gel.
This is chaotic. Oh my
So,
God.
okay, first things first. Novos, I need either an athletics or acrobatics, and Gail, I need an athletics.
Okay, I'm gonna do an acrobatics check.
And while
'cause
you
I
do
have
that, I'll put on
acrobatics.
some nice music.
Okay.
Please do tell me if you beat a 23.
I got a 10, so I'm gonna web Gel with my spider staff.
Well, he grabs
are
you before.
currently grappled
Yeah,
by
he
me.
he
I'm
he
gonna web
grabs
us
you before.
both. I'm just gonna spit out web from my staff.
Okay, you're gonna expend a
And-
charge to do that. Okay,
That's really tempting. Yeah, I think I'm going to.
okay. So you web both of
Well, 'cause-
you.
Yeah, I web both of us.
Let's see.
And I'm like, now look what you've
so-
done.
I gotta go.
As I'm like struggling to get out of his arms.
Let's see that one. I think that might be. Web. Okay. So.
It's 2 charges.
Yeah. So you're. Yeah. Well, Yeah, I know, but do.
He's just trying to make sure to see what it does.
Oh yeah.
I think it just restrains you.
Okay, Gel and let's see, Gel, you're gonna make a dexterity saving throw.
You know what's funny? I have advantage on dex saving throws that I can see. So, yeah, have fun
Well, I
with
don't
this.
think you could see it coming though. It would just immediately spit out of my
Nah,
spider staff.
he could see it.
Oh
He
well.
gets-
16.
Cast it.
16 is a success, so only Novos is
Yeah.
webbed.
Damn.
Novos is now webbed to me, I might add.
I'm stuck to Gel.
Oh, well, that means
Born.
well. Okay, no. Like the point is that he wasn't going to be webbed to you at all. It was just that he was going to accidentally web himself.
Oh, yeah.
Do you want him to be webbed to you?
That would be funny.
I mean, if you choose to fail it, then yes, but you're both.
Oh, no,
restrained.
I'm not failing.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
not failing it.
Okay. All right. So you succeed. You basically get out of the way, and you just see Novos kind of like just web himself up, and the guard just looks and just like,
Wait, shouldn't he roll with disadvantage because he was trying to hold on to me?
no, he let go of you.
Oh, he did? Oh, okay.
You can easily let go of someone.
That's
Yeah.
fair.
Yeah. If he was trying to grab you and then dodge that, it'd be a little different. But
Well, that's what I thought. I thought he had me in his arms. And
well,
then
yeah, but
as a defensive move, I shot the web out of my staff.
well, yeah, but then he just lets go of you, and
Oh, true.
yeah.
And I just hit the floor and cast web.
So, pretty much, yeah. You just cast web on yourself.
The only thing that's being, like, shown off here is how pitiful he is.
I just slowly pull the webs off myself and throw them on the ground angrily.
Okay.
I'm no longer having a good time. Novos is having a bad time.
Okay. So as you slowly start pulling off, one of the guards just like, based on that ring, you're part of the competition, aren't you?
I could be.
Look, I'm not really a fan of this competition. And now, I'm not supposed to be able to arrest you, but if I see you do anything like that again, and kill multiple people in the street, I'll have you in jail in no time.
Oh, do you think I was the one who killed people?
Well, who else was there to kill?
That's why we were up on the roof, is we were trying to find that mage killer. But he went invisible, and that's why she was a mastiff. And then I tap her on the head. Can she
She's
turn
still
back
a
to a
mastiff.
human when or?
No, I'm still a mastiff.
Oh, okay.
I'm just
Well, the
kidding.
mastiff is actually a woman, and it's a druid.
Oh no!
And we were trying to sniff out the mage killer.
What are you talking
that
about,
just
Novos?
murdered all these people.
We've had this dog for the whole time.
You can't gaslight me. This is a mage.
It's gonna bark.
I'm just gonna put my head in my hands, and I'm losing it. I'm losing it.
Hey, Novos, at least you don't stink, and I'm gonna use prestidigitation to make him smell.
Yeah, you see the guard just like, you see his face just kind of scrounge up a little bit, like, oh, look, just go make sure you don't cause any more trouble, and for the love of God, please take a shower. My gosh. And he just turns and the rest of the guards start walking away.
Novos just sits there with his hands around his knees in sadness.
I'm gonna climb out of Batu's arms and start walking away because I want to try and sniff out this mage killer again at some point if I can.
Okay.
After a bit of travel, perhaps.
Well, I
Okay.
guess our next best bet is to try and find more fighting.
Good point.
I don't
good
want to
point.
fight no more.
Well, too bad, motherfucker.
No.
Too bad. Roll for initiative.
Oh my god!
Too bad. That building was a mimic. Roll for initiative.
Oh God. God forbid.
There
It's
was
just
no
Monster
mage
House.
killer. It was a mimic.
That would actually be pretty funny, having like a mimic as like a dog to like sniff out things.
Oh my gosh.
It's just 3 kobolds in a trench coat.
Oh my god!
Johnny, did you decide who was my target?
Yeah, you're right. The target. Your target. Fucking, I gotta pull up the list of shit here. Okay,
He's
that's
got
that
this like
person.
list
That's
of
that
people.
person. That's that person. That person's got that. This group's got that.
That person's
that-
dead.
That one's
Yeah.
dead. Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, that one just died. Then no, because those would go after You see, I had the target. But the problem
they
is they're
just
dead.
So that mean I win?
No,
No, you kill your target.
They died in the previous round.
Oh.
I was
Oh, no.
joking.
Yeah. Your target is
It's that man over there.
Let's see. Now, I could go with the very dramatic approach.
You know me, I love drama.
Drama.
Johnny's definition of drama is me getting the mage killer.
I need all of you to please leave and go into the corner for a second.
Okay.
Yep. You too, Bata. You can go into the corner, Bata. Goodbye, Bata. Swear to God, I'll hit you with a Bata if you don't fucking leave. Waffles?
Talking to Waffles is like talking to your inner demons.
Yeah. What?
Yes.
How's the inner demons going?
Oh, good. But what's going on?
You're dead again.
Oh, I'm dead.
Yep, you're dead.
Okay.
Okay, go into the corner and roll me another character while I tell Dazu his target. That's what he gets for not paying attention, fucking asshole. Okay, so, I am going to give you a slight choice here.
Okay.
Would you like to take the dramatic approach, or would you like to just piss off somebody?
Oh, but those are two good options.
Yeah.
Well, I did say that I like the drama, so I think I really want to take the piss off because I kind of feel like it would be Brandon if that's the case, which is also very funny, and I would totally do that. But at the same time, drama.
Do remember that your target will be a team.
Yeah.
So if you let's say theoretically you did get Novos, you would also get Minara.
Yeah, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
I'll take the drama.
You're gonna take the dramatic approach.
Yeah.
So, and we're gonna like backtrack a little bit. This is like pretty much you got your targets pretty early in the night. After everybody was like kind of resting for a while, you eventually got your targets, and your target. Oh, by the way, let me go back a little bit and let you know what happened. Because I had to play for you for a while. You don't know what happened, so
yeah.
let's jump back into the mind of Dazu. So Dazu, you were sitting back there, and Gel somehow convinced Bata to leave the door, one of the rooms that had Novos and Minara sleeping in there. After their little fight, he left you in there, and for a while, you was really tempted to just steal your targeted, the targeted sigil rings. Yeah. You were going to take this from Novos, but you thought about it for a while and realized that he might realize it's gone and know that, and with you being the only one in the room for a while, might think it was you. So instead, you decided to wait for an opportunity where there's more people around because of the fact that you didn't want Novos suspecting you. Which was really funny because Gale set up a perfect opportunity so you could do that, but just decided not to. So you move on. You take your sweet time and kind of relax for a bit, and you end up getting your targets. And as you're sitting right there next to Minara and Novos, you take one more glance right over to Minara before you get your target as a new friend of the group and a character that has gotten a little attached to one or more people of the party. Your target is Ito.
Oh. Okay. I wonder what happened then. Now I'm curious.
And so, with you getting your new target, you took a look outside and you enjoyed whatever little bit of the night you had and just kept watch. And then we move on to just a few minutes ago as Novos is getting there, dealing with the guards. You attempted to do a little thing in DMs where you attempted to pickpocket his ring. Now, do keep in mind, his ring would be on his hand.
Yeah, I was
likely.
relying on the hope that it was like because everything was happening and
Yeah.
maybe like brush up against him, that kind of stuff, and try and slip on the fake ring if I can.
Okay. What fake ring?
I have a fake signet ring from my background because I'm a charlatan.
Okay. So cool. And what'd you say you got for the sleight of hand on that?
The first one I did was 12, and the second one I did was 25.
Yeah. So the first one you wouldn't have gotten it. You definitely wouldn't have gotten it, but he also didn't notice. I can check one more time.
Yeah.
Because if that's the case, I will give him a slight hint. But if I'm correct, I don't think he would notice. Oh shit. He would have. So I will be giving him a slight hint.
Okay.
With that. However, you are able to slip it off. He's not entirely sure. Like, you notice that he like looks toward his hand for a moment, like he feels something, but like, other than that, you're just not sure. Like you're not sure if he knows or not, but he doesn't seem to be making a scene, so you assume not. So you're able to get it, and now you have to deal with this new fact that Ito is now your target.
Okay.
Yep.
Yep.
And now I gotta go at everyone. Come back, pretty please.
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 Woody, please.
Okay. Let me invite Brandon back up. Okay. So, Dazu has this new information, and we will continue on with our thing. And so, all of you are
Welcome back.
kind of all of you are kind of chilling. You know, it's still the edge of the town square. You're looking around at everything. You don't really find anything of use to you exactly. You do see guards kind of dealing with the now bodies and the little bit of crime scenes, because even though this is part of the competition itself, it technically is a crime scene of some sorts. So they're trying to keep people away from the bodies and the blood and everything, just as a liability cost. And so, all of you are kind of sitting there. You're looking around, trying to get your bearings together once again after the weird conundrum happened with the guards and Novos once again causing another scene. And as you're looking around, Novos, you did, like, as you're, like, throughout the entire endeavor, you did notice, you felt like almost like something around you was a little uneasy. Like there might be something that's just a little odd, but you're not quite sure what it is. Like not
Like this whole
not
time?
not everything around you seems to be normal, like in place. Like it seems that there's something there's something like that could be like about your person, another person, someone or something seems to be not exactly normal.
Can I do a perception check to further investigate what I think or what's going on?
Sure.
Okay. Well, that's not helpful. I was gonna roll my real dice and I instinctively rolled that. So I guess I noticed there's a rock.
Yes, you look straight down and you found there was a rock that seemed to got knocked over in the explosion, and so you just moved it right back.
Okay. I'm gonna. Well, are the bodies taped off?
I mean, not taped off, but there's guards kind of guarding the crime scene area.
Oh, okay.
They're starting to close off the street itself and redirect them down an alley to go around.
Okay. Let's see. Can I? You said something doesn't seem right around me?
Yeah, there something. Yeah, something just seems off.
Okay. Yeah, because I can only do one. I can only do one perception check. I can't do that again.
Yeah, you can't do that.
Okay. Can I talk to Dashu and ask him if anything, like if everything seems right to him?
Yeah, sure.
Hey Dashu, something seems off. Does everything seem okay to you?
What specifically?
I don't know. I just have this weird feeling.
Kind of like deja vu or something, or what?
Maybe. It's just like something about this doesn't seem right.
Well, how about we take a look around and see maybe it's something to do with the mage killer.
Could be. All right. That sounds good. We should do that. Do you want to do a check and then I can help you?
Yeah, sure. Which I do like perception.
Yeah.
I think so.
Okay. And I am getting help with this
I
because he
mean,
said he was gonna help.
I mean,
Yeah, I'd like to help him look.
you can roll a normal because he just used his
Okay.
perception.
Oh, okay. Can I get Manara to help us as well? And then give us advantage?
Last
Yeah,
time
like
I
I-
checked, she'd already wandered off to go down the street and look for stuff.
Oh,
yeah, I'm
okay.
just wandering around sniffing.
Oh, all right.
I'll
Well,
roll it
she's out
straight.
there
It doesn't
sniffing.
matter.
Yeah.
All right. I got a 19.
Oh, cool. Awesome.
All right. So you look around. One thing that you do notice one thing you notice is the rooftop itself. There doesn't seem to be anything strange about it. However, you do notice that in between the rooftops, from rooftop to rooftop, you do notice that there is almost like a little divot that almost looks like it would be kind of easy to probably jump across from rooftop to rooftop.
Mm.
Mhm.
So maybe he's using the rooftops to get around quickly, and since he can be invisible, he's able to effectively hide up there and watch down on everybody and take pot shots at everyone.
You're right.
So maybe we should investigate the roofs more.
Yeah. Okay. Well, why don't we go up there and investigate?
Yeah, let's go.
All right. Should we? Are the guards distracted somehow? I don't want them sniffing us up instead of the guards, or instead
How
of like.
about we'd go away from here before
Yeah.
we start looking, since we know he's not going to be up here anyways.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Okay.
So we'll go ahead and head off.
Could I call Manara's name before we head off? I'm just gonna call her and see, because she is on my team. Manara! Manara!
I'm gonna run back to him.
Are you still
pat Manara on the head?
Yeah,
are you
I wasn't. I didn't.
As a dog.
I didn't wander far.
Okay.
Are you still a mastiff though?
Yes.
I'm gonna pat her on the head and be like, good. and then
We're
we're
just
gonna, and
gonna
then,
sit happily and little tail wagging and stuff.
heck yeah. All right. I guess we'll go over to a new roof, or to a roof away from the guards, and see if we can find anything out of place.
So you head down the street some, and you kind of follow the rooftops and everything, and there is a point where it does seem it kind of stops, but as you look around, you don't notice that there seems to be almost like there's no trace of anybody like getting off the rooftops that you could tell. Like there's no random dirt kicked up the side of the wall. There's no like footprints in the dirt itself. It just seems like they vanished.
Hmm. Well, he couldn't just vanish. That means he had to do something to get off these roofs. Do you think he misty stepped?
Possibly, because we do know that he has some form of magic. Otherwise, he
Mhm.
wouldn't be able to join the competition.
Yeah, so he could have misty stepped. So why don't we take into account of how far he can move with misty step, and then kind of investigate where he may have landed with that misty
Well,
step?
that's the issue is that can be kind of far given how
Mm,
given how powerful we already know he is. He
Yeah.
might be able to cast it at higher levels and go further.
That's true. Where is Gale in this? Where...
I'm just kind of following her along.
Oh, okay, cool. I just wanted to make sure we just didn't leave Gale back there by himself.
Maybe we should focus more on each of our targets. That
Yeah,
way,
you're right.
we can at least ensure that we're able to pass before we try and attempt to fend off the mage killer.
At least we have an idea of what we're looking for now, and we have
Yeah.
an idea of how he travels.
So just keep an eye on the roofs.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna separate from the group, and I'm gonna tell them I'm gonna go look for my target, and we'll meet up back at the tavern.
Okay. So, you'll look around for a while, and it's a couple hours later. Dazu split off from you guys, and about 2 or 3 hours later, you're kind of wandering around looking for any clues, and although you can't really find anything that would be of a good lead, even asking around the townsfolk and everything, they haven't seen anyone in like a just complete black, it's just a complete black robe figure. You eventually at some point start hearing what sounds to be the sound of another fire alarm bell dinging in the distance, as you then start hearing distant sounds of screaming and explosions.
I guess we should run to it.
Yeah.
Our best bet.
Mm-hmm. Can you go mimic a dog accent and do our best
I
bet,
wouldn't be a dog
like
anymore.
Raggy? Like Raggy?
Oh my gosh. I mean, I wouldn't be a dog anymore at this point if it's been like 2 to 3 hours.
Okay. That's
Yeah.
I was hoping you just start like ruh-roh, Raggy. Yeah, so we're gonna rush over to the scene.
So you dart on over, and upon arriving, you see what seems to be the front of a building completely on fire, and you see people, there's a whole town basically surrounding this place, throwing water onto the fire and everything. There's a couple, seems to be mages also trying to like put it out with magic, and as they're all sitting there trying to put this out, you notice that as you're walking around, there's a as you're walking around like looking at this fire, you notice that they're able to put it out pretty quickly, but one thing that you notice is that toward the back of the building itself, you could see on the side of the building toward the back, a window looks to be completely shattered, but there seems to be no signs of fire in that area.
Could be where the mage killer went. All right. Do you guys want to come with me? I guess I should try to climb into the window and see what's going on. I'm gonna use one of my charges to go up into the window and investigate.
All right. So you're
Is there like a private eye detective hat that I can find?
no.
Oh, unfortunate.
So, are you like you're climbing into the window or?
Yeah.
Okay. So you go and you start climbing into the window itself, and as you're about halfway through the window, you look over and you see some random stable boy just kind of standing there with a like a bucket in hand, and he just looks at you awkwardly and he just goes,
I'm gonna ask him, hey, you see anybody come through here?
And he just slowly points to you.
Other than me.
No.
We think this might be the mage killer's doing, so we're trying to investigate. I'm gonna do a perception check on this this boy and make sure he's not the mage killer in disguise.
Okay,
Can I do that?
roll me insight.
Okay. 19.
Okay, this seems to be a scared stable boy. He seems to be panicking just slightly, seeing that there's a random guy in what looks to be aristocratic robes trying to climb through the window.
I thank him for his time and I climb back down.
Yeah. As you're climbing out, you notice that he uses prestidigitation on his own pants.
Oh, that's good. That poor stable boy is so confused.
So you get out and you look around, and you don't really notice any tracks in the ground as you're looking around. So you can't see if that anyone necessarily left or anything like that. It does look like that, when you were trying to look around at the window itself, it does look like that when the glass was broken, the glass shattered toward the inside, and on the inside you did notice there was in fact a brick.
Oh, so someone threw a brick into the window. Interesting. Why would someone do that? I asked my rest of my group. Hey, there seemed to be a brick thrown in that window. Is that like a distraction, or what do you guys think that means?
I mean, it could have been. It could have also been something that happened before whatever caused this explosion.
True. There was just a scared stable boy in there. I did a check on him to make sure he was actually a scared stable boy, and he prestidigitation to his pants.
Oh,
I think I made him a
poor
little
kid.
nervous.
Well, it seems like the mage killer is now an arsonist.
That doesn't really match his AO though. Was it AO? Was it?
You mean MO?
MO? Yeah, that doesn't seem to match. I'm gonna keep it as AO, and someone's gonna have to correct Novos. Yeah, this doesn't really seem up to his AO. Is that right?
Pat him. Just gonna pat Novos on the head.
Oh wait, was that you saying it as Dashu, or was that you saying it as Zach?
Not with you guys.
Oh yeah. Oh, that's true. That's true. Okay. What? I'm gonna look at you as if you were still a dog and be like, "What do you think, girl?"
Oh dear. Well, we know that the mages that are our targets can summon fireballs. This could have been them.
It could have been them. You're right. Maybe we should look around for our guys. Can I do a perception check to see if... Yeah.
So yeah, you do a perception check.
Can I help him?
Yeah, sure. You get advantage.
Okay. I'll roll both my 20-sided dice then. I got a 1 and a 5.
Oh no!
So
There's a
You-
stick on the ground.
you found a cool you found a cool stick on the ground.
Heck yeah, dude.
Oh no!
All right.
Our rolls have been great so far.
Yeah, I'm gonna start using D&D Beyond because D&D Beyond seems to be better than my own dice. Yeah, yeah, that's awful. I'm gonna use D&D Beyond from now on. I'm gonna put my dice in dice jail. I'm just gonna look around. I'm just gonna look around and see if there's anything that I notice. I guess that would be a perception check, but I don't
You
know.
kind of already made a
Yeah.
perception check.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. What do I even do here?
We can.
Oh, I can
ask...
start asking people. Yeah.
Mhm.
All right. I'll just let you lead. You investigate.
Oh dear. I get a little nervous talking to people, Novos.
Oh, do you want me to do it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna walk up to someone and start asking them questions.
Okay.
Is there someone near us?
I mean, there's all the people who are standing at the front trying to figure out what the hell happened.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll go up to one of them and be like, "Hey, anybody know what happened?"
And you see like one old man just kind of turn and just like, I saw the entire thing with my one good eye, and you see him point towards his eye patch,
Oh, God forbid. Oh, so what happened?
and he flips up the eye patch where you can actually see his one good eye, and he goes, "Well,
Oh no.
it's
Is one good eye covered by an eye patch? I'm gonna take that as a yes. I'm listening.
well." Just before the fire erupted, I noticed there was a shattering that was happening right outside my door. And you see him point back. You see him point back toward the window. Literally just across from it is a door.
Oh, okay.
And he goes, "Now, normally some random shatter wouldn't have, intrigued me as well. That the place next door is kind of a workshop. So I'm kind of used to hearing things break. As honestly, the owner of that's kind of a nut job. Well,
You don't say.
for some weird reason, it intrigued me, and as I looked out, I noticed the place was on fire, and as this was happening, I saw some weird figure in robes start darting down the alleyway. Looked like they were on their way to the park."
I really appreciate your help. And I tip my hat at him.
Yes, good luck with that information. And, what is your name?
My name is Novos.
That's
And
a
then
name?
Yeah, and this is Manarar.
Hello, I'm Minara.
I-
Nice to meet you.
Are you two going out?
Oh,
No,
no.
No,
No,
we're
no,
just
no.
friends.
Oh. Then what is a fine lady doing with this man? This man looks like that. I mean, he looks to be a wannabe noble.
Youch.
We're
I'm
we're
just-
friends and we're partners in the competition.
Competition? What competition?
Oh dear.
There's a wizard competition going on, sir.
Oh, are you a wizard?
Yeah, I'm a wizard. And so is she. She's a druid and I'm a sorcerer.
What do you? And you hear like you see someone kind of pat his shoulders, just like you see someone pat his shoulder and kind of like pull him back just slightly. And she's like, "You need to let them go and do their jobs, honey." And you see this old lady look over. Do you see these glasses? I mean, like these are like fully focused glasses. She looks bug-eye through them, and she just looks at you with these like round like bug-eye glasses.
Always watching.
And she looks at both of you and goes, "I think I recognize you. You two
Oh,
were
yeah?
you two fought that dragon in the competition, didn't ya?
We sure did.
Mm-hmm.
How are y'all still alive?"
That's a great question, and I don't know the answer to that myself.
Well, congratulations making it this far. Now, good
Oh,
luck
thank
with
you.
your competition, and please make sure no one burns down our house.
Yeah, we're gonna try to stop those guys that burn down your house. So hopefully we can catch them before they burn down other people's houses.
Okay. Oh, I'm sorry. They did what? Wait, did they burn down our house?
Well, this isn't your house that's on fire, is it?
Well, no, but you said that they did.
Oh no. They're just on their way to burn other people's houses. Not that they
Oh,
burned yours.
well, if it's
as
not
far as
our
I
house,
know.
it's not my problem. Okay, Horsey, we can go back home. Okay. It's
You
been
guys have a
nice.
good one now.
It's been nice meeting you two lovebirds. Okay.
Okay.
All right,
Okay.
let's go. And she starts like kind of ushering him, and they start like kind of walking back past the building a little bit towards their house.
I love failing perception checks.
They were a cute couple.
Oh, those guys were good. Those guys were great. Well, let's go down this alley.
Well, he did say towards the park, right? So should we head right to the park, or do you want to investigate the alley some?
What do you think?
I would say it might be better just to go straight to the park.
Sounds good to me. All right, we'll head to the park.
So you end up passing Beta and Gel too, who are kind of like standing off to the side, and
I make a tongue face at them as I pass by.
so I'll keep walking, and I assume Gel and Beta is just gonna just follow without questions,
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
unless y'all want to ask questions. I mean, it's on to you if you want to do that. Okay, cool. So all of you start heading off to the park.
I'm gonna look at Gel and say, and then I'm gonna lift an eye patch over my eye, or like lift a fake eye patch and be like, "With my good eye," and then I'm gonna cover it back up and then say absolutely nothing and continue to walk.
Okay. So, you continue to walk, and you finally get to the park. And as you get there, you don't necessarily see anything that looks super out of the ordinary, but you do notice that there seems to be it seems that the park itself seems to be very barren. Like you don't see anyone in the park. Normally you'd see one or two at least walking in the park or something, or a kid playing in the park, but you don't see anyone like in the park or in the streets around the park.
This is strange. Well, can we see the alleyway that was leading to it, or that they would have been going down from where we're at?
So, I mean, you don't see anybody around this. Like,
Mm-hmm. Well, I'm saying like if we walk into the park, right? Can we see the alleyway that they would have been heading down, or like the path?
well, yeah, you just came out of that.
Oh, okay. And there wasn't anything. I guess we didn't check anything in the alley. Okay. If the park's barren, then we should probably go back to the alley and check for clues.
Okay.
What do you guys think?
Okay. That's probably best.
All right. I'm gonna help someone else do a perception check because mine have just been trashed today. So, Gel, do you want to do a perception check in the alley with my help?
Sure. Gil can do a perception check. So am I doing with advantage or?
Sure.
Yeah, nat 20.
Awesome.
Nice.
Okay. All right. So you're looking at clues in the alley that you could possibly find.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So you do notice as you are walking, Gil happens to spot what seems to be some type of tracks, and the tracks seem to be making their way toward the park area. And it almost looks like that there was a bit of sand that got picked up, and it kind of turns and it moves kind of in the direction, Gil, that you remember that kind of leads toward the night market.
Gel's gonna kind of be like, guys, I think it's over here. I think they're going over here, and kind of start like going over that way.
All right, I'm just gonna follow.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So you keep walking, and you go in the direction of the night market. And you finally get up to like the alley. You don't see a guard standing out front, but you can very, very softly hear a little bit of music.
Hmm.
I approach.
So you end up walking, and you end up finding the. You end up basically finding the curtain that's kind of outside of it, and as you walk up to the door, you see a wooden door right behind the curtain, and as soon as you push the curtains to the side, a little bell rings, and you see the door has a little slot that slides open, just like you see something, just you see it open, and no one, you don't see anyone necessarily standing behind it. You just hear, you just all of a sudden hear a voice, just like, "What's the password?"
Does Gil know the password?
No, Gel does not know the password.
I thought Gil was here before.
Doesn't mean he knows the password.
Oh, well, does Batu know the password?
Why don't you tell me the password? Aren't you supposed to tell me the password? What's the password?
What? No, what's the password?
That's what I'm asking you.
And you see, you basically you see stepping up. What is you see someone like stepping up onto something, and they kind of like they go and like they slightly put their eye through the little hole there. You see a kobold just kind of standing there and just goes, "What's the password?"
Well, you recognize me. I'm here all the time. I know the password.
Then what's the password?
I'm gonna do a performance,
A performance of what?
and I'm just gonna go through a list of passwords, and I'm gonna see.
How are we
all
going
right.
through a list of random passwords be performance?
That's true. You're right. All right. The snake's tail.
What? No, that's not
Fireball.
it. That would be a good password, but no.
Okay. He slithers before us.
No.
Is it snake related?
Do you know the password or not?
You know the password?
Of course I know the password.
Well, if you
What
know
is
the
it?
password, why don't you tell us?
Yeah.
Because
prove
I'm not
it.
supposed to tell you the password.
I'm gonna do a persuasion check.
A persuasion of what? They're trying to persuade him to tell you?
Persuade him to tell us the password.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, roll for
Can I
persuasion.
do it? Can I do it? All right. Oh hell yeah! 21.
And he looks at you and he goes, Well, there is something you might be able to do for me.
What you got?
And you see him, he takes out a piece of paper and he just kind of shoves it through the window and closes the window. And as you like basically open this piece of paper, you see on it is a wanted it's a wanted poster for for what seems to be some type of kobold.
Oh.
And
Okay, do we recognize the
and he
kobold?
just there's no drawing or anything. It just
Oh.
they just describe it as a kobold that has recently obtained some type of ring.
Oh, I wonder if this is a Dashu. All right, Gil, you ready to go grab Dashu?
Isn't Dashu with us?
No,
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 I
he wandered off earlier.
He
Oh.
wandered off earlier, yeah.
Gotcha.
So we're gonna just grab Dashu and bring him to the thieves guild.
Oh, we don't even.
So you see, he opens the thing again. He goes, find that kobold and bring him back here, and I'll tell you the password. And he just shuts it. And then you see the
Wait, we
curtains
just have to-
itself close, and you hear the bell ring. Then
Looks like we finding ourselves a Dashu.
I mean, I don't know if we should be wasting our time doing that. Don't we have a time limit for this challenge?
Yeah, but we saw that the people like that we're targeting, they went down here.
Yeah, and Gale's fine. I can always
Oh, well, we
forfeit.
also have our rings, don't we? That kind of tell the direction of the people we're trying to chase.
That's what we thought, considering like some of the other mages kind of knew exactly where to go for
Yeah.
for like targets and stuff.
Do we look at? Can I look at my ring and see what direction it's saying? Because
Nope.
if it does say, I can't.
nope.
Where's my ring, Johnny?
No. The magic competition ring. No. When you look at it, it just tells you the targets.
Oh, okay. So it doesn't actually show us the direction.
Yeah, it tells you the targets and it
Hmm.
tells you the rules. The rules being that you cannot leave the city and you have to defeat your targets within the 3 days, and you cannot be defeated in that time.
Okay, so it looks like we're trying to get us a Dashu.
But it's very possible that our targets didn't actually like go into this building. Unless the tracks led right to this door.
Yeah, so I figure. Well, I mean, what other kobold could they be talking about other than Dashu?
I mean, there's plenty of kobolds, aren't there? There's lots of
Hmm.
kobolds.
Doubtful. So he said in a possession of a ring. Well, I mean, honestly, if we go talk to Dashu, he might know. Or he might have an idea, because isn't Dashu in the Thieves Guild? If anything, we can just ask Dashu for the password and come back. And then I'll just put it on the disguise.
I will just follow.
Okay. I'm going to see if we can find Dashu.
Okay.
And before I say anything to him, I'm going to look at his hand and see if he's got a ring on him.
Well, I do have the magic competition ring. You
Other
already
than
know
that one.
about.
Other than that one.
Okay.
That could be what they're talking
So
about.
yeah. Okay. Well, you gotta find Dazu first.
Yeah.
So, you turn to try to start your quest on finding Dazu. And as you're just about to step away, you hear the door open one more time. The curtains fling open. The bell rings. Like as it kind of like as it all opens again, you hear the kobold like he kind of like sticks his mouth right through the hole, and he goes, "Wait, one more second. Are y'all still
Yes.
out there? I can't quite
Yeah.
see
Yes.
out there." Oh, okay.
Yep, right here.
Yeah. So, I've also been told that there's someone that's looking for you. and and he like turns over and he goes, "Well, are you gonna say anything? You gonna stand there like an idiot?"
Who, me? Or
And you like, no. He turns back in the door and says that, and
oh.
yeah, you see someone step and kind of poke their head around the corner, and you end up seeing Ito standing there, and he just goes, "Guys, we have a problem.
Oh no.
Like a
I'm so
major
glad to see you're
problem.
okay.
We
What's the problem?
Is he putting his mouth up on the door?
No, he's not.
Oh,
He's just
okay.
looking through it like normal. The kobold is
Oh,
like
okay.
the kobold on the other hand is like trying to stick his ear up to the door to try to listen to both conversations.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So the night market is only open at night. Well, technically it's open 24/7, but they only let people in and out during the night.
Hmm.
There's someone in here that looks awfully familiar.
As in like Dashu, or as in like the mage killer?
Well, it's somebody in all black robes.
Well, we can't get in without the password, so I don't know what we're supposed to do about it.
And you see him look around and he goes, "Shit." And the kobold's just like, "What? What are you saying shit for?" Yeah, unfortunately there's nothing I can really do in here. There's a lot of security in here. Well,
Is
of course
there-
there's a
is
lot of
there-
security in here. If we didn't have security, then we'd have random people stealing things and
same as you?
I mean, no one steals in here. So, yeah. Unfortunately, we don't have a whole lot of time. And you see him kind of like get closer to the door, and he whispers to all of you, he goes, "There's already 3 other mages that are dead in here.
Hmm.
And I don't know how many mages are left."
Avada Kedavra. Is that the password?
And the kobold like puts his eye up to the door. He just goes, "What in the hell did you even say?" It's like, are you trying to say what was avocado cadabra?
Avidi Kedidi. You know what I'm saying?
Feedy Kadidi. What the fuck?
No, are these your friends? And Ito just goes, not that guy, just the rest of them. So, oh, like actually, this one's new, and he looks at Bat and he's just like, who is this one?
This is Batu.
Hello.
Oh, nice to meet you.
It was Torrens' relative.
Oh.
Oh.
Yes.
Well, I am very sorry for your loss.
So, is the mage killer in there?
Just hasn't been listening to anything.
I mean, I've seen someone who matches his description, and there's dead mages, so I can probably assume. And you guys hear like an explosion from inside, and he turns, and there's a huge bright light that just hits the window, and the kobold like goes from having his eye up to the window to like basically turning his head, and he just goes, "What the hell was that?" And you hear people
should
screaming
probably let us
inside,
in.
and just random explosions back and forth, and Ito just goes, "Oh shit."
Listen, I think at this point it's a life or death situation. So, could we please just come in to
Do you want us to
assist?
remove this person from the premises?
So, the kobold puts his eye back up to like the door, the little door hole, and he goes, "Sorry, can't let anyone in or out. Don't worry, everything's fine. Everything's fine." And Ito's just like, and you see Ito literally reach over and start reaching toward the edge of the door, and like as that happens, you see him like literally getting pulled back by like two other like orc guards, and he's just like, "Guys, get me out of it!" And it just shuts, and the curtains just fold closed as you can still hear like explosions and what seems to be swords clashing and like from the inside.
Can I look to see if there's any cracks in the door or anywhere nearby?
Cracks, not really. It seems to just be a normal door.
There's not even like
It's just
any
a
sort of gap
it's like
below.
it's like a normal metal door. Like it's just
Any cracks in the walls?
nope. There's nothing.
Hey guys, I don't know how Idu's doing, but he didn't sound too good.
I'll be right back.
Okay.
We should
I guess we
probably.
should go look for Dashu. Oh.
Yeah. Yep. So we're gonna start trying to figure out where he is.
Came back.
So, you end up kind of walking out of the alleyway, and you look around, and you still don't see anyone around the park area or any of the. You don't see anyone like looking around the park area or any of the the roads around it. Seems pretty empty. As for tracks and everything, you can't really find anything coming out of the alley. You don't see anything out of the ordinary. You just notice that it just all seems just barren and quiet.
Well, I'm gonna wait for nighttime.
Oh wait, didn't Dashu say he was gonna meet us back at the inn?
I did say
Yeah,
that.
you did say that.
All right, well then we should probably head to the inn and wait for Dashu.
Around what
Yeah,
time
sure.
would it be? Right about now.
Probably like. Well, I got up probably about that time. Took a couple hours. Probably about like 2 p.m. probably.
Okay. It's probably a little bit too late to have a long rest. I suppose we just go back to the tavern and wait for Dazu.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. So y'all sit down. You'll start kind of relaxing and waiting for Dazu.
Does my
and
spider charge regen because it's dusk?
So, like, you end up getting it at dusk.
Yeah, it says. Oh, hold on a second. Spider staff. The staff regains 1d6 plus 4 expended charges each day at dusk.
Okay. Then yeah, I guess pretty much when dusk comes around.
All right.
So, because it's like pretty much right at dusk when you notice that Dazu ends up walking in the door, and
Cool.
everybody's kind of sitting around just like normal, having a good time.
Really quick, could we have said that was a short rest? It's like we waited for a while, right?
Yeah, you did.
Okay.
So, and Dazu ends up coming back, and he comes inside and sees all of you just kind of chilling around a table, just relaxing a little bit and kind of waiting for him.
Yeah, I'll head up to him and let's go. Hey guys, how are you doing? Did you guys find your targets or anything interesting?
We ended up back at the night. Well, we ended up at the night market, and we were following some tracks, and we found Ito at the night market.
Oh, you did?
But
I'm glad to hear that
unfortunately,
he's safe.
I know. I was so happy to see that, but I'm still very much worried for him because we couldn't get into the night market. A
Yeah.
kobold was telling us that we needed a password and we couldn't get in, and
Yeah.
Ito
Now-
said that. Go ahead.
And now we're missing the biggest black market brawl ever, bro.
Oh, it
Yeah,
won't last very long anyways. Usually anyone who's dumb enough to fight in there gets taken out pretty quick. Who was it?
Ito said that somebody who resembled the mage killer
Oh.
was in there.
Well, if it's
And
him, then
he-
it's a different story.
Yeah, he said that there were already 3 mages dead in there.
Oh. So, sounds like it's the mage killer.
That's what I'm thinking.
What would give you that impression?
I mean, and if there's dead mages in there, then that seems like the mage killer.
Oh yeah, no, for sure. It's the mage killer. It was just sarcasm. Like, how did you get that
Oh.
idea? Yeah. It's just a joke. It's a joke.
Yeah, Dazu literally took it literally.
It's a joke, Dashu.
Oh.
Do
Well,
you happen to know the password to get into the night market, Dazu?
yeah.
Perhaps we should all head there then? If everyone's okay with it.
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
All right.
I think we should prepare a bit. Is there anything we can do before
Oh,
we?
I guess I can equip. Well, no, because I need a long rest to equip see invisibility.
Yeah,
so there's not much I can do.
I don't think we have time for a long rest at the moment. Not
Mhm.
if if the mage killer's in a specific area, we should probably take the time to go after that. And again, I'm very worried for Ito at the moment.
Mhm. I'd love to prepare, but I don't think there's time. Well, let's head to the night market then.
So, all of you get up, get ready, and head off to the night market again. And upon reaching the door to the night market again, you walk up and pushing aside the curtain, you hear the bell ring, and then the little door hole slides open, and you see the kobold press his eye up against it, and he goes, "You're back! Did ya find them?"
I don't know. Is this the kobold you're looking for?
Who are you trying to find? I say to the group.
We're looking for a kobold. But
There's
we
like-
also knew that you knew the password.
There's
So,
like a dozen of them.
yeah, he said a kobold with a ring, but there's also like a dozen
one.
kobold with a ring. So we didn't know if it was you or not, but we also knew that you knew the password, so you could probably get us in if anything else.
Yeah. Well, I turn to the kobold in the window and tell him it's always darkest before the sunrise.
That's the password, okay? And he just you hear him shut the little door thing, and then all of a sudden you hear it clink clink chink chink chink. Ching, 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 ching. And he opens the little door again and goes, "We only have one deadlock on this. I just like opening and closing it a bunch." And then he
Yeah, I
shuts it
know.
again, and it's just ching 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 ching.
Are you done? Are you done?
And he opens it and he goes, "Don't rush me." And then he closes it. It's just
It's like we're just in there and we're just watching them. Just open and close it over and over again.
And then
Can I take the lock away from him?
It's on the door.
Oh, that's true.
so and eventually you see the door kind of creak open, and he kind of peeks his head around and he goes, "Oh yeah, there's one more thing I should probably say. Don't mind the mess." And as he opens the door, you all look inside, and you notice that on the inside, about half of the night market is destroyed.
Jeez.
Bro, Raggy.
There are tents completely burned down. There seems to be just only about 5 or 6 stalls actually doing their thing. And the and like as you're looking around, you see that there's still a decent amount of people in there, but a lot of the stalls did get burned. There seems to be definitely signs of some type of battle in here, and you can see on the side that there are just bodies lined up, like a good 15 to 20 bodies lined up along the wall. Some of them look to be of just various races, and then you also see a lot of broken bones that are around.
Hmm.
Are there
I'm
any-
gonna.
Yeah, go ahead.
How did they die?
And the kobold just kind of the kobold looks over and he like looks toward all the bodies and he goes, "I don't know." Okay, good talk we had. Okay, well, all of you,
Wait,
please
wait.
enjoy the what?
Did anybody enter or leave in the last time that we were here till now?
Well, this is the only way in or out, and I mean, I guess you could technically go through you could go through the little sewer entrance, but that sewer entrance was an old and abandoned, and the only place that goes is to the Dwarven City, which no one tries to go down there to escape things because, well, it's pretty damn obvious when you're not a dwarf in the Dwarven City.
But no one's come in or left through this entrance, right?
Through this entrance? No, this door hasn't opened since yesterday. Actually, no.
This is like
We
big-
did let one kobold in earlier today. But yeah, no, other than that, no, it just it doesn't ring a bell.
Okay, thank you.
Thanks.
So, what was it that you guys were wanting to do here?
Well, we were tracking me and Manara's targets,
Oh, right.
and also
And
the
the
mage
mage
killers
killer.
here. Yeah.
Mhm.
Let's
Well,
hope we
do you
don't run into
see
all
the,
3 of them, and
do
we
you
just
see 'em on
hopefully
the,
find our targets as dead bodies.
Yeah, do you see him in the pile over there?
Yeah, I'm gonna do a perception check to see if I see him in the pile.
What, Ito?
Or no.
I would like
hopefully
to
not
see if
Ito.
Ito's
Yeah,
there.
I'm looking for our targets.
So, yeah, your targets, you notice that one of them is in the pile. The
Hmm.
other one, you don't see there. So, and you don't see Ito anywhere in the pile, but you do notice, that you do notice that like one of the people there or like one of them there happens to be wearing, the robes that Ito was wearing.
Oh. I'm gonna go up to
And
that
it's-
person and ask him, "Hey, where'd you get those robes?"
Oh no,
I
that's a
think
dead body. That's a dead body.
Oh,
And it's
I'm gonna
it-
continue to go up to them and ask them where they got those robes.
is it very clear that it's not Ito though, or is like the body
Yeah, it's
charred,
not.
or...
It's not Ito.
Okay.
So
Hey, sir, where did you get those?
Do we see him in the market anywhere?
The silent treatment.
no, you don't see Ito.
No, let's just start slapping the dead body. So
Yeah, I
tough,
just
huh?
start desecrating the corpse.
It's not worth it to.
You know, these guys, they always just
won't
give you the
talk, huh?
cold shoulder.
All right. Well, I don't see them and see your target anywhere. I don't believe.
One of them is here in this.
I'm gonna
This
go up to
body
his
line.
corpse and just start slapping him around.
And the guard just goes, "Take your hands off the corpses!"
Oh, sorry. Didn't realize they were corpses.
I didn't realize they were corpses.
You see him grab his great axe, and he is like on the verge of just charging at you with it.
My bad, sir. My bad.
Sorry,
It
he's
was
just an
misinput.
idiot.
Misinput. All right. Well, can we see where if there were signs of where like the other target went? Like the one that's still alive?
So, you I mean, you look around, but you don't you look around and everything around the place. You don't necessarily see like your you don't see your target. You don't really see any like signs of people leaving or anything like that. You know, like no one seemed to be rushing toward the door or trying to get out. It's just whoever's in the night market just seems to be chilling in the night market.
Hmm.
Should we ask around and see if anybody saw exactly what happened?
Sounds good to me. I really just wanted to go back up to the corpse and ask him if he saw what happened. But I think I'm gonna, as you guys are talking about that, I'm gonna like whisper off to the side of the corpse and be like, "Did you see what happened?" And then just and then just continue about my day and then go ask an actual person who's alive.
Okay. So
I whispered yes. You went that way. Go.
Is it the old man? Is the old man back? Can we bring back the old man?
all right. So who are you going to go talk to?
I'm gonna look to see if there's the old man there, and if
Old
not,
man's not
I'll
there.
guess. All right, I'll just talk to one of the guards and ask him what happened.
So you end up walking to one of the guards, and you see this orc kind of just standing there. And he's just like, "What do you want?"
We're trying to figure out what happened. We're trying to stop the dude who did this.
None of your business. Now move along.
Well, do you guys want this to happen again, or do you want him to just come
I
around
said
and
it's
search
none
the
of your
city?
business. Now move along.
Novos, I don't think it's smart to be trying to butt in. They're pretty insular about their security.
Okay, my bad, Mr. Man. I'm gonna go see if there's other mages that I can ask.
Okay. So you walk around. You're not entirely sure about other mages.
Or vendors.
Yeah.
If we can ask a vendor.
Yeah. You end up walking around, and you see one tent there. You see a couple vendors and everything, but like every time you start to kind of walk close, you see they kind of get a little distant. Like they turn away, and they're not really like trying to deal with you. But as you start walking toward, past the 5 or 6 vendors that are there, you see one tent that's kind of put up, and you just hear from the inside of, "Ah, yes, you come here.
I don't trust this guy.
It's a
I
woman.
totally trust him.
It's a woman. You see a woman tabaxi sitting behind a crystal ball. Gel, you recognize this as the fortune teller. And she's just like, come here.
Okay.
I might be able to show you what you're seeking.
Okay.
So you go off and you get into the tent, and she goes, please, have a seat.
Okay.
And so you sit down, and she looks over, and does everybody go into the tent?
I'm staying out.
Okay.
I'll follow the tent.
Okay.
Okay.
So, I heard you are trying to search for a certain thing.
Well, we're searching for either our targets or the mage killer, one of the two. We're just trying to avenge our friend.
I'm not sure of these people, but if you describe them to me, I might be able to
Okay.
get you a better picture.
One in all dark robes, sketchy looking individual, may have a slap mark on his cheek.
That seems kind of generic.
Do we know anything else about the mage killer?
Uh,
He seemed to be a necromancer.
Still kind of generic.
I mean, there is one thing, but Manara. Oh, I'm not gonna say nothing.
I nudge Manara.
We don't really have a better description than that for the one who's been going around killing mages, unfortunately.
Well, I could still do a search, but I'm not
Should we look for
100%
Edo first?
sure what I can get.
Because we can describe Edo pretty well, can't we?
It would be good to know how Ito is.
Yeah.
Ma'am, are you able to search for anyone who's left in the competition, maybe?
Unfortunately, I cannot. The competition is of a sacred sorts, and so interfering in that would surely have a lightning bolt to my head by the end of it.
I understand. Could you possibly help us find our friend then?
Well, searching for a friend isn't necessarily searching for someone in the competition, so I guess I could help with that.
Okay. I'm going to explain and like describe Ito.
He likes to stick on the bottom of carts. Really odd fellow. He carries a lot of incense on him and other ingredients. He
Do you know
he have
this
red hair?
person well?
Yeah.
Well, your best bet is the person who probably knows him the best would probably put their hand on the crystal ball.
I'm just gonna look at Manara.
I'll try it then. I'll put my hand onto the crystal ball.
Okay. So you end up doing that, and like as you put your hand on the ball, you see like basically this little smoke kind of swells up inside, and it starts to spin around a little bit before you start to see what seems to be kind of an image pop up, and you see that you can see an image of Ito kind of like slouched up against a wall. It seems that he's got a dagger in his chest and that he is just like completely unconscious, but you see as she like tries to move around the image, it seems that it constantly wants to get stuck to that one spot. She goes, if you could find someone that's a little, I guess you could say, I guess someone that has paid more attention to him, someone who just knows him a little better, you might be able to.
I'm gonna try to put my hand on it and see.
As soon as you do that, there's a crystal clear image, and you see it glow like a small. You see it glow a little bit of a red, and she goes, "You really don't like this guy, do you?"
He's a pain in my ass. If
Wow.
we're being honest here. He undermines me, and all of my magic spells, he makes them look like they're nothing.
Wow. Well, the saying is to keep your friends close, but your enemies closer.
Yeah, I guess so.
And you see her moving around, and as she's moving around the picture, you see what seems to be some type of like, what used to be like a kind of like an old sewer drain, and like an old sewer area. And she goes, if I'm correct, I think these are the old sewers that are just attached to the back of this place. And you see her like reach under the tent a little bit and kind of pull it up, and you could see a dead line in the back. There's about like 6 guards standing next to a wall, and she goes, yeah, good luck getting back there. Behind those guards is a secret little door that you can use to sneak toward the Dwarven city, but unfortunately they seem to be guarding it quite well.
Looks like we're gonna need a distraction, boys.
Well, before you get to the whole distraction bit, I'm gonna need you to pay up.
How much?
It's gonna be 20 gold pieces.
We got 10.
Well, you all came here and you're broke?
I'll pay 20 gold.
Ah, that's a good girly. Good girly. Okay, go on ahead. Pay up.
I'll hand her the 20 gold.
You're not gonna bargain or nothing?
Am I supposed to?
Well, yeah, usually with merchants, you bargain a price.
Oh,
Just tell her you got 15.
oh. I only have 15 gold, unfortunately. Will you take that as payment?
Okay, I need you to roll me a deception check.
Oh dear.
I mean, I don't know what you expect, dear.
Can I help with the
I mean,
deception?
Minara's
Or
never done this before. Shoot. Okay.
Can us help her?
Nope.
Oh well.
The reason you can't help
Ooh,
is because this is like a version of Minara's disadvantage.
Oh,
So she
okay,
has
that
to, yeah.
makes
So
sense.
she's doing the roll for
Yeah.
herself.
I got a 15. Let me double check. The deception you said?
Yep.
15.
How about I offer
Hello,
you
my
this
lady.
then? 25 gold, and she lifts up the tent just slightly again and goes, and I'll create a distraction for you.
I'll put
Oh.
5 gold in on top of your 20.
Yeah, I think that's a good deal. Yeah, okay, we'll do that. Oh, I'll hand her the 20, and Noah's gonna hand her the 5.
It's been good doing business with you. And you see her kind of get up, she brushes herself off, and you see her just crack her knuckles, and she goes, it's been a while since I've had a good brawl.
She's about to fight the guard. I love it.
So, and then you see as she like steps past all of you and goes, well, I could probably give you about a 30-second window. As much
all we
as
need.
much as I can take someone in a 1v1, there are 6 of them, and well, I don't know if you can tell, but they kind of have weapons, so I'm not going to fight them that long, because if they resort to those, I'm kind of a dead cat.
We appreciate the
your
help.
business.
And so, she steps out of the tent, and as she does, she looks around and everything, kind of like she looks around almost like she's nonchalantly just, stepping out of the tent, and she like kind of turns and makes her way toward the back wall, and
We're gonna whisper to the group and be like, in a few seconds, we dart towards that door.
So what are we doing? I went to go grab a drink.
We
Go
ahead.
We made a deal with the Tabaxi woman, and she's about to cause a distraction for us so we can get past the guards and into the secret entrance that leads down to the sewers.
She's gonna start swinging on the guards. Has she started swinging?
So y'all walk up, y'all kind of get in position and get ready, and then you see her. She walks up. She walks up, and you see her kind of like speak to the guards for a moment, and then out of nowhere you see you see one of the guards. They like step off to the side and they talk to her a little more, and basically like stepped away from the other five, and then eventually he walks over and he starts talking to the others. They all seem to be having a somewhat of a conversation going on, and then then you notice that like the guards kind of all like start separating away from the door, and they all seem to be looking around specifically for somebody before she just goes over, kicks one of them straight in the nuts, and as she kind of kicks them in the nuts, the other guards like starts running after her, and she just starts sprinting in the opposite direction.
I love it.
Leaving you just
once
a perfect
the door's clear, we go.
Yeah, we run.
And so she's running, and as the guards are chasing her, all of you sprint your way for the door, and as you do, one of the guards does turn around, and he starts to like come after you, and just then all of you get to this wall, and you press up against the wall, and you're sitting there searching around, but you can't find exactly where this door is.
Can I find it?
What?
Can I find it since I'm, a rogue?
Sure, go ahead, roll me an investigation.
That's a 12.
So you're sitting there looking around, and eventually, as everyone's pressing up against the wall trying to find this door, eventually your hand slips and ends up hitting some type of like tile or some type of brick, and a door opens, and Novos just falls face first straight into it. And then everybody just right through the door, and as y'all make it through the door, you're not sure which one of you did it, but one of you ends up hitting some type of pressure plate on the inside, which just slams the door shut right behind you, leaving the guard kind of sitting there, like just kind of seeing the guard like pretty much doosh right against the wall, and you hear a thump as he's just like pounding on the door.
We should keep going.
I turn at the door and I go. And then I
Is it like
continue down.
Is it dark past this door, or?
Oh, can I touch myself and give me some light?
There's just something about like it's almost random, but it's not. whenever you do that, and it's amazing.
Okay, so you said you're gonna touch yourself and give light.
Yeah, touch myself and
All right.
cast light.
Yeah. So you cast light, and you see it's a little bit of a kind of like a cave opening, but it almost looks like this cave kind of breaks into like an old sewer. You know, the place is damp. It's dark and damp, but there's no water running through it anymore. And so you just kind of look around. Nothing too. There's nothing too crazy about this place. Just, you know, you see a little moss kind of growing in some of the bricks and everything. It definitely hasn't been maintained or even visited in a while, but, well, does seem to be somewhat normal.
I'm just gonna like slide my finger against the wall and see if it picks up moss, and if it does pick up moss, I'm just gonna slide it onto Gel's shirt.
I mean, yeah, I kind of would because there is moss.
Okay, good. I'll be like, oh, it's a little damp in here.
Don't forget, Gil, if you knock him out, you're gonna have to carry him. Or we could leave him.
Sounds like a fun idea. Who knows?
Anyway.
Maybe if the guards get down here, they stop with him.
Anyway, let's go find Ito.
So you make your way down. Luckily, it's a linear path for a while, and as you're walking, you eventually hear some coughing, and you hear some coughing around a corner. And as you poke your head around the corner, you see Ito kind of sitting there, and it seems that he is just like waking up. And he looks around, but even with like the light that you have, it doesn't seem that like he really notices you.
Does it look like he still has a dagger in his chest?
Yeah, he's got a dagger in his chest. He's still bleeding out onto the floor.
Okay, I'm gonna run over to him and place my hand on his shoulder I guess on his chest and cast for wounds.
So
be like, Ito, are you okay?
And as you do this, you see him like he kind of looks around and he's like, "Who's there?" And he reaches over like on the ground, like he's trying to like grab something, but there's nothing there.
I'm gonna like just say, relax, Ito. It's just me. It's just Minara. I'm gonna say, do you remember what happened?
Nara, last thing I can remember is oh gosh. Well, there was some big explosion, and so I tried to find a way out. I did. Randomly fell through this hole in the wall as there was so much chaos, and next thing I knew, I had a dagger in my chest, and I don't know, some person ran by, but unfortunately I couldn't see who it was because they casted darkness on me, and I guess I passed out.
Is the dagger unique in any way?
Roll me a history check.
All right.
While I was curing his wounds, I gently took the dagger out at the same time, if possible.
Okay.
And I healed him for 9 points of health.
Okay.
I didn't get it. I got 7.
So you heal him for 9 points.
Can I do a perception check to see if there's anyone else there still?
So, there's no one else around.
Okay.
I wanted to see if I could detect magic actually on the dagger.
Okay, what'd you get for the history check?
I got a 7, so I didn't get.
Okay, yeah, nah. Detect magic. Sure.
Okay, I cast it.
Cool. And this is like just normal, no ritual, just normal spell slot.
Actually, can I do it as a ritual? That makes it to where I don't need a.
You don't need
use
a spell slot, but it takes 10 minutes to do it.
Do you guys
I
think we
believe
have
detect
time?
magic like does that because
It doesn't say it on there, but I would assume
it would,
I
it
thought
would
that
have a
was like
little.
special.
It would have a little diamond with it that says R, I think.
No, I don't see that. I do see a little diamond, but I don't think that says R. Because I always thought that you had to get a feat to do that,
Maybe.
to cast things as ritual.
Let me see. Detect magic is yeah, I mean it's a ritual spell.
Okay. Do you guys think we'll have enough time to do that, or should I just go ahead and?
It might be better to see if there is magic to this. Might give us a clue or two.
Yeah, but it'll take 10 minutes to do it. That's the only issue. Because I could do it as a ritual spell, or I could use a spell slot.
If you're that.
Because I only have 3 spell slots and everything.
We could
You
hold
know
on
what?
to the dagger and do it later, correct?
You know what? Since you guys are too troubled by this, Gel is actually going to use one of his magic awareness slots. As an action, you can open your awareness to the presence of concentrated magic. Until the end of your next turn, you know the location of any spell or magic item within 60 feet of you that isn't behind total cover. When you sense a spell, you learn which school of magic it belongs to.
Okay.
And it's also got a higher range, doesn't it?
60 feet.
Yeah, because detect magic is about the same but with 30 feet.
So, all right. So you see this. This is so yeah, this item of course is there. It says, does it tell you School of Magic is what it said?
Yeah, it tells you the school.
Yeah, which school it belongs to.
Oh, fucking shit, man.
It doesn't tell me the spell, just what it belongs to. Just how quiet we get.
What are we doing? Sorry, I was talking to
The
my roommate.
suspense.
Johnny's
No worries.
having to look up a spell.
Oh, okay. Which spell?
Whatever is
I
on the
don't know.
dagger.
Oh,
We don't
okay.
know.
Oh, okay. I got you. I got you.
That's why he's trying to look it up because we're trying to
Gotcha.
figure it out.
Be right back.
Johnny does all this research and says it's just a normal dagger.
I don't doubt that happening.
It's from the School of Conjuration.
So Gal's just gonna be like, some sort of conjuration spell.
Probably something to do with the way the how the mage killer bypasses the barriers.
Maybe I should have taken out the dagger when he stabbed me and put it in my pocket instead of just throwing it on the ground.
I'm gonna look at Ito and be like, "How are you feeling, Ito? You okay?"
I'm not sure. And you see him, he kind of like rubs his eyes and everything. And he kind of like, as he opens his eyes again, you see that his eyes kind of like start to clear up a bit. And he's just like, why is, wait, is that, and he looks like right at Bata and he goes, is that Torin again?
Oh.
Almost.
No, that's Torin's relative.
Oh, yeah. Nova said your name was Batu or something like that.
Rata.
I see. Well, I wish we had a better circumstance to meet under. And
So
you see him like he kind of looks down at his chest and he just goes, "Well, I'm not bleeding out anymore. Thanks."
Do you feel like you need a little more help at the moment, or can you stand? How are you feeling?
I can try. And you see him kind of like he tries to push himself up the wall, but you see he's like struggling with it.
Mm, mm, I'm gonna cast another Cure Ruins on him.
So you cast another one.
Oh no, wait. Actually, I'm gonna cast. I'm sorry. I'm gonna
Okay.
cast. I have a different thing. I'm going to do. Where is it? Healing hands.
Okay, you can do healing hands.
Yeah, as an action, you can touch a creature and heal it for 2d4 hit points.
Okay.
So I'm gonna do that. That way, I don't use another spell slot. That is 5 extra healing.
Okay. So you end up healing him a little bit, and he's still struggling. You know, he gets up slightly, and he leans against the wall, and then you just see him, like, as he goes to try to, like, take a single step, he falls straight to his knees, and he just barfs out everything that he's got. And you can see in the actual, like, basically in his barf, too, is mixed in blood.
Mm.
Not a whole lot, but you
Oh.
can see there's little hints of it.
Can I
How
make
you
a
feeling?
Oh, go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead, Waffles.
So where's the mage?
You're asking Ito?
Yeah.
He has no clue.
Who stabbed you?
He also has no clue. The only thing that you know is that he randomly got stabbed, and before he could get a good look, they cast a darkness on him, and then he fell unconscious.
After he's done throwing up, I'm gonna help him stand and just kind of like have him lean me.
So,
I'm gonna look at Novos and say, Novos, don't eat the barf. I know you want to, but don't. I take your silence as confirmation you want to.
So, I suppose we have two options. Option one would be to carry on and see if it was the mage killer who did this to Ito and is perhaps still down here, or we could take Ito to safety and let him rest.
I think either way, we're gonna have to come out the way that, because we can't go back.
Right.
So we have to continue forward regardless. So we may end up finding him.
How do you feel about traveling, Ito?
and he looks over at you. You know, his whole chin is just covered in barf and blood, and he just gives you a weak thumbs up.
Can I prestidigitation and help clean him up a little?
Yeah.
All right. Well, I guess we should keep going.
Yeah, I suppose we'll carry on and I'll keep Ito steady.
Yeah. And so you kind of make your way along, and after just a couple minutes of walking, you see, like, you notice that, like, you're having to hold Ito up more and more, and eventually it just gets to the point where his legs just give out, and he just face plants straight onto the ground. And, like, as this happens, you can kind of, like, you notice that, like, his right arm kind of twitches a little bit.
Maybe he's been poisoned.
Yeah, I'm gonna, like, kneel down and can I make a medicine check to see if I can tell what's
help?
wrong?
Yeah, roll a medicine check with advantage. Y'all try to check
Okay.
him thoroughly to see what's wrong.
Okay, so 14's better. That is a dirty 20.
Okay. So
No, I'm sorry. That is a 18. I'm sorry,
oh, okay,
18.
Okay. So you go and check him and everything. From what you can tell, it seems that there's something that's like it almost seems like there's something that's currently, like, making his body go into complete shock. But you're not 100% sure if it's, like, magic or if it's, like, a poison or, you know, or if it's just, you know, pure shock from everything that happened. You're not entirely sure.
Did Gels detect magic when he used it catch anything on Ito? Like any kind of like latent magic that's
On Ito, no, it caught it on the dagger, and that is it.
on the dagger? Okay.
Mm.
Is there
And then,
any
of
way I
course,
can
the
try,
rest
like-
of you, like it caught.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
Hmm.
Is there any way I can try and use Arcana to try and check again and see what this dagger might be, like what spell might be on it?
sure.
Okay.
I can't give him
that's-
guidance for that, right?
Guidance is for any kind of ability checks, I think. So
Yeah,
that should
That's what it says, yeah.
Yeah, if you want to
that would
cast
help.
guidance, yeah.
Okay. Then I'm gonna cast guidance on him.
And what
So
is
it's a
his-
1d4.
That is 19.
Okay, so you end up looking at this dagger. There's not a specific spell that you can find from it, but you do somewhat recognize the dagger. Or you recognize like the type of dagger based on its abilities and symptoms it seems to be having. You're not sure what the name of the spell that might be on it, but you do remember that the dagger itself happens to be the dagger itself happens to be nicknamed or something that you remember in the past that of daggers that like you've kind of seen in the past. You kind of think about it and you believe this might have some resemblance to a dagger in the past that you saw called the Assassin's Dagger.
Okay.
From what you can remember of the Assassin's Dagger is basically it is coated in some type of some type of poison. And usually what it does is from the tip of the dagger itself, it kind of soaks in the poison that you put into it, and it's almost like a syringe on the inside, and when you go to stab somebody with it, it releases this poison, or when you scratch somebody, it releases it, and when it basically enters their wound, it starts to take effect.
Okay. So it does seem like he's poisoned.
Will a healing potion, healing potion fix that?
I'm pretty sure you would need some sort of detoxify. Not,
Oh, how
Healing
about this?
potion,
No,
but-
that's a poison. That's a potion of acid resistance, not.
but I mean, you can
Poisonous.
try, I guess.
Okay. I'm gonna pull because I think I had 2 flasks of potions of healing. So I'll pull one out of my my bag and feed it to Ito.
Okay. Cool. So, what types of potion of healing?
It was on the list of
Is
the
it
thing.
just normal?
I think so.
Um. See, okay, 2d4 plus 2. Alright, so he's gonna heal for 6 points. And after you do that, you notice that he calms down just slightly, but it seems that his arm is still twitching.
Mm.
Like, it seems that he's in less pain, but he's still in shock.
Mm-hmm. I don't know if I have anything else that might help him. Except for
Gel
this
is
pepper.
going to try and like carry him on his back. So just like a piggyback ride almost. Yeah, give him a piggyback ride.
Mm-hmm. Thank you.
I'm just gonna keep an eye on him. We keep walking.
So you'll keep walking, and after about another 5 or 6 minutes of walking, you finally reach the end of the abandoned sewer. And as you go and you see it basically kind of drains off, or you see it kind of like ends off into like another kind of like this little set of cave, and on just through it you can see what looks to be distant glows of torches into a larger cave itself. And as you step toward this little exit, you see just ahead of you what seems to be a very large cavern. This thing has torches all along the walls, and you can see hundreds of dwarves hitting their pickaxes away along the rocks. Some are hanging off the sides themselves on ropes, and you see scaffolding. You see all types of machines just drilling into the side of this place as you have made it to the underground city of the dwarves.
And you just hear the song "Diggy Diggy Hole."
So, no.
I am a dwarf.
No, you didn't. No, you didn't.
Maybe we can find somebody who can cure the poison from Ito.
Do you think
Down
they
here.
let us come in? Because I remember someone saying something about the Dwarven City.
I mean, if we tell them we have an emergency, maybe they'll be willing to help us.
I guess we can only hope.
I suppose
maybe I could
Good.
disguise one of us as a dwarf.
Does one of us what?
I said maybe I can disguise one of us as a dwarf. Maybe me.
Could be.
It could help.
It'll be pretty difficult because I don't look like a dwarf, but
Well, if I squint my eyes, pretty close. You are short.
so yeah, I'll use my disguise kit and try and make myself look like a dwarf.
Okay.
I soiled Dashu's pants.
Okay, so after a few minutes, you look like I mean you look somewhat like a really skinny dwarf. You know, with soiled pants.
I clean my pants.
Okay.
Unfortunate.
But yeah, so
I make Noah smell.
but yeah, so
I put on deodorant.
oh man. So yeah, you're pretty much good, and I guess y'all make your way into the city parts. And so you pass a few dwarves along the way, and you see them kind of giving you a little bit of a side eye as all of you are walking by. And eventually, as you're like walking up toward like the edge of the actual town area underground, you see a dwarf. He looks like some type of foreman sitting there with he's sitting there with like pretty much a clipboard, and he looks up at all of you, and he's just like, "Now who the hell are you? I don't see you on my list."
Well, so I found these all over by the abandoned sewer.
What? There's an abandoned sewer.
Yes, for the city of Hestia, not Hestia, Hector.
Look, I don't know about every crack and crevice of this place. I just know where to send people. What's your name?
Bjorn Bjornsson.
Bjorn
That's my cousin's
Bjornsson.
name.
I don't know any Bjorn Bjornsson down here. We got Bjorn Bjornsson and we got Bjorn Bjornsson, but I don't see a Bjorn Bjornsson.
New.
Mm,
I transferred from a different part.
You wouldn't
transfer
know.
from a different part. I'm the foreman of every part down here.
I come from Canada.
I don't go to your
from
school.
up north.
I have a girlfriend, but she just doesn't go to our school.
She's in Canada.
Regardless, what are you doing here?
Well, one of them is injured and wanted to know if there was any clerics that could help.
Man, you really are new. Yeah, there's a few places down the street. See if I'm not sure. We had we had one cleric kind of leave here recently to go on a trip, but you could probably find yourself I don't know, head down to you might find it's a weird house down the street. You'll find it.
All right, I'll get them there and report back to work.
Okay.
Oh my gosh.
And so you'll end up walking down the street past him. He gives you a little bit of a side eye as you walk past, and you can hear a little whisper of like, Bjorn Bjornsson, what a stupid name. And so you make your way down the street, and after about walking for about 3 blocks, you end up seeing there's the house over to the side, and to the side of it seems to be some type of garden, and you see a couple like pots and everything set up, and almost like there seems to be rows, like in between them and what seems to be a bunch of like random like trash cans, and there's even a little like a little pole. And you can see like there's almost like a little fence that's kind of placed on one of the rows and everything, just kind of set up in random locations along these rows. And then you see like the little curtain to the window kind of open. You see a dwarf kind of poke his eye through for a second, and then he just closes the curtain again.
Is there like a door nearby, or was that?
Yeah, no,
Like,
I mean
through
there's
the door?
yeah, it's a house.
Yeah, so I knock on the door.
So you go over and you knock on the door, and you go and you knock on the door, and then you hear a knock on the door back.
Who is it?
And you just hear behind the door.
Makes sense. Can we come in?
What did he say?
I start opening the door.
And as you like open the door, you see this dwarf standing there. He's like, "How you doing? How what you going on?
Do you speak Dwarvish?
Excuse me, what?
Does anybody speak
One of them is
Dwarvish?
injured.
I don't speak
Needs some
Dwarvish.
healing.
No.
I speak Draconic, Elvish, Giant, and Ogre, but I don't speak Dwarvish.
Give me a second. I can check what languages I've got. I'm really hoping I don't know.
You're hoping you don't know what
you
he's
know
saying?
sign language.
Where would it even be?
It's under your languages.
Yeah, it's on like the left side. Underneath like senses, next to skills.
Armor, weapons, tools, and then languages.
I've got like half screen, so I don't. That's why I'm looking.
Oh,
I've got. because it's not.
Hold on, I might
telling
be able
me.
to see other people in our party.
Oh no, I don't.
Okay.
I just full screened them. Yeah.
Menara, do you speak dwarf?
I do not, unfortunately.
So nobody in our
knows? He
party
may-
knows
he
what this
may
guy's
not-
saying.
He may not be speaking dwarf. He may be speaking common, but it's just a matter of like. That's how he
Oh.
speaks.
That's his accent.
Yeah, I say to him, yeah, one of them is injured. Looks to be some kind of poison.
True. True. Can you help us?
And you see him point over to the side. You see him point over to the side a little bit, and you can see you see like basically a sign that's like been planted in the ground, and it's almost like somebody went and put like one of those like welcome home sweet home rugs on top of his sign, and it's just kind of crooked.
So it just says home sweet.
It just
home
says home
on it?
sweet home on it.
Makes sense. Okay. Anyways, do you have a place where we can lay him down?
I think he wants you to put him on the rug over there that says home sweet home.
No, I
On
think
the
that's
table?
hanging up.
Oh, well, so he's not the cleric?
What does he look like?
We're looking for
He
a
looks
cleric.
like he looks like a crazy dwarf. He's got a bucket on his head, and
Oh.
Is this Crazy Dave from Plants vs Zombies?
Oh no.
so
Oh
You
no.
you should have known that as soon as he started mumbling.
I should have,
Yeah.
but now that he said that he has a bucket on his head.
I think this might be
Anyways,
Crazy Dave the dwarf.
Yes, plants attack them and we need help. Do we have subtitles actually?
Yeah, can we give him subtitles? Yeah.
I'm sorry, sir. I can't understand you without the subtitles.
Is he making any sort of motions?
I'm gonna ask
or is
him,
he just
sir, do you have
standing there
any
and talking?
subtitles for us?
Looks down, starts looking for subtitles.
Yeah, I'm looking for subtitles. Johnny, can I do a perception check for some subtitles?
Oh no,
Alright,
John,
I'm gonna-
Crazy Dave. You just need a bucket now.
Hold on, I'm gonna roll for perception. Oh,
I feel
I
like
got a
if we
nat
tried to give
one.
him a piece of paper, he would just start like scribbling on it.
I do have some paper,
Yeah.
so I give him a
I
paper.
feel-
like a-
I feel like he wouldn't actually write. He would just scribble.
He would no. He would. I know what Johnny would do. He would go. It says humna 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 humna. That's what it's gonna say.
Should we?
Okay, so you
should
hand him a
we
piece of
ask-
paper.
Yeah, I hand him a
Okay,
piece of paper.
you hand
and a
him a
pen.
piece of paper. He kind of puts it up against the wall where none of you could see it, just inside of his door. And he sits there, and real quick, you see him just sit there, right on it, very quickly. And then as he turns it around, you see what looks to be some type of like undead creature with a bucket on his head.
They're like a zombie.
Oh, of course it is.
Should we ask somebody else, maybe?
Yeah, I think we should.
I don't know.
Thank you
He
for your-
seems like he might know what he's talking about.
Hold on, let me try to communicate with him.
How dare you insult my wife?
He says our cleric is next door. Oh no, we don't have any plant seeds for you.
And you see him point straight across the street. He's like, and he just slams the door.
Well, I guess we should look for another cleric.
Well, I think he said the cleric is next door. Like I said, he pointed to the door where the cleric was.
Yeah, I
I
guess
don't
we'll
think
go
that
over
was a
there.
cleric.
All right,
I-
so you walk
I
across
think-
you walk across street to the door that he pointed to, and you walk up.
Did he
to
have any
it.
weird plants in his yard?
What?
Yeah.
Did he have any weird plants in his yard?
Oh yeah, no. There's a whole row. There's a whole column of them on the left side of it, and there's just like these evenly cut rows that lead over to like. Keep in mind too, they're in a cave. There's no grass down here other than this yard.
But he's got like the plants.
He's got the plants, and across from it is like a post. There's a trash can. There's just a random fence. Like it's just a little small metal fence there.
Are there any
You
walnuts
should go
in his
stand in
yard?
front of that one.
Are there any walnuts in his yard?
No, there's not a walnut.
Oh,
Nah.
I was gonna steal them.
I point Novos to the pea shooter and say, Novos, you should stand in front of that one.
Oh, I was just gonna grab it.
It's
I
not
think-
it's not a pea shooter. It's just a green bean stalk.
Oh, unfortunate.
Yeah.
But yeah, I guess we'll go over to the actual cleric.
So you walk across the street to the door. Would you like to knock?
Yes.
So you knock at the door, and you see, seems to be a very typical dwarf. Just opens the door and he's just like, "Now what are you doing at my door?"
This group right here came in through an abandoned way and got hurt. One of them might be poisoned. You think you could help them?
What? No, but you can always go ask across the street.
We were just there and we couldn't really understand him.
He's saying.
Of course not. Okay. And he turns and he goes, "I'm leaving. I'll be back later." And you just hear like a random voice in the background. She's like, "Okay, well, don't get crushed by a rock this time. It was one time." And he closes the door behind him, and he's just like, "Okay, I'll go translate for you. Crazy Dave's a little crazy." And
Thank you.
so he walks across the street with you, and he knocks on the door, and the door opens, and you just see Crazy Dave look at him, just like, he's saying that all you had to do was bring him inside.
Oh. So we bring him inside.
Yeah. And so you bring him inside, and you see that he's already got like a cloth over on his coffee table. You know, like it seems that everything's in place for him to actually do something. And you take him inside. It does to be kind of like a smaller house and everything. So like, Gail, you notice that you don't have to like duck down much, but you do notice that like your head's not completely straight as you walk in.
Mm-hmm.
And all of you just kind of you walk in. All the furniture seems to be a little smaller too and everything, so you kind of sit around and you know, like your knees are basically almost like touching your chest at this point. And he looks over at Dazu and just like as he like sits there and points at, like he's basically pointing around at Ito.
What is the guy translated as? Because he's still there with us.
He's asking where the problem, or what the problem is, and where does he need to look.
His arm is twitching and he was stabbed, and I show him where he got stabbed, and I guess I'll show him the dagger that he was stabbed with.
So you see him take the dagger, and he's like kind of like smells a little bit like, and he hands the dagger back, and the other dwarf goes, he's saying that there's some type of poison in his body, and there's not really much he could do if it's just a straight up poison.
We think it might possibly be magical. Some form of magical poison of some kind.
And you see Crazy Dave kind of like, he walks off into another room, and he walks back, and he's got like this this whole bag of just like what seems to be different types of plants and stuff sticking out of the side of it. He reaches in, he grabs a few things, he crushes it up in his hands, and then he just sits there and smears it all over Ito's face, basically making like a smiley face, like covering his eyes, covering his mouth, making a smiley face, and then he walks back over, and the dwarf goes. He thinks the smiley face is funny.
Yes, agreed.
If he can keep our friend stabilized for the night, I could possibly help with the poison.
If you got something that can help him, it'd probably be best to do it quickly. Most poisons could go anywhere from a minute to an hour to sometimes overnight. All depends.
Unfortunately, I would need one night in order to prepare a spell.
And you see Crazy Dave just kind of look at him and it's like, and the dwarf looks over and just goes, he's saying that he could possibly remove a bit of the poison from his body using a transference method. It's kind of a way where basically he could move some of the poison so that it lessens the effects and maybe he can last a little longer, but it would transfer some of the poison into another person or living creature. But that's the best he can do.
I'll take the poison.
Are you sure about this? I mean, you're the one that's going to have to be up and about dealing with the poison.
I mean, I'll be resting alongside him. I need a night to prepare the spell.
Yes, but what if this puts you in shock as well?
Unless somebody else is willing to. If no one else is, then I'll take it.
I nominate Novos.
Do what now?
I nominate Novos too.
To
Oh,
take
look at
what?
that.
What am I taking?
Novos.
Can you translate that for me, man?
He's saying that he's not sure who this person is, but he will also dominate Novos.
Oh, all right. Well, I guess I have no other choice. Wait a minute. What am I putting in my body here?
Medicine.
I don't believe you. I think it's some kind of poison.
Do you want us full of sugar?
I'm
gonna-
rolling
Go
deception.
I'm gonna do a deception.
I rolled a
check.
dirty 20 on
Alright,
deception.
that's fine. Here, let me roll my. Do I roll deception or like?
You would
No,
roll
you would roll
I
insight.
think.
Oh,
I
I don't
rolled a
have
dirty
good
20.
insight. I have good
You
deception.
would have to roll. Well, he's trying to deceive you. You would roll insight.
Oh, okay. I'm not very intelligent.
He's not very bright. Yes, we know that.
Dang it! I got an 18.
Yeah.
Okay. I guess I believe him. I'm gonna take the medicine.
Okay, so you're agreeing for him to transfer, like
The medicine.
the medicine into your body.
Poison. Let me see actually if I have resistances, because if I have resistances to the poison, then Does anybody actually have resistances here to poison?
Warren used to.
I
Oh no, he had acid.
I
Yeah.
don't know. If I were to change it to a spider, would I? Could if I change it to something? I don't know. Oh gosh, just
Possible.
googling spiders not a good idea.
Job. Good job.
What kind of dragonborn is bat?
That's-
Was it Bata?
Yeah, I'm blue dragon. What is blue dragon? Is that lightning?
Blue dragon, I think, is lightning.
I think it's black dragon is poison. If I
Uh,
remember correctly.
no, I think that's acid.
Is it green then?
Let's see. Blue is lightning.
Oopsies.
Probably would be green.
Mm.
Okay. Yes, green is poison.
Okay. Do I have any spells that could do this? Chill touch. No. Poison spray. Well, I do have no, but that's not helpful.
I'm trying to look to see if either spider or giant wolf spider has it, but like I'm not seeing any sort of resistances in.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking for. I mean, if this is what needs to happen, Novos can take the fall.
And besides, you think it's medicine?
Yeah, I do think it is medicine.
Yeah, I'm not seeing anything like that.
But for any
Okay.
sort of wild shape.
So.
So do we have
I'm
to
not-
transfer the poison to someone?
It's an option that he's given you to slow down the progression of the poison on Ito's body, to give Manara long enough to basically have a long rest so she can prepare a spell that could help with it.
Okay. Well, in that case, I call Gale a huge baby, and then I lay on the table next to Ito, and try to help him, or do what I can, or with the infusion.
Okay. So, you see Crazy Dave. He looks straight down at Novos, and he just goes,
Yeah, translation, please.
He's asking if you're ready.
As will I ever be.
And Crazy Dave goes and he places a hand on your chest, and he places a hand on Ito's chest, and you then see him kind of sit there and mumble to himself. It's like, and the other dwarf is just like, he kind of sees you all glance at him for a second. He goes, I'm not translating that. And after a few minutes of him just kind of like, and then he looks down at both of them, and he turns and he just goes, And the other dwarf goes, so it seems that the transfer was successful. And your friend will probably be experiencing some minor side effects within the next couple of minutes, most likely.
Does anybody else has a hurt tummy?
And you see Crazy Dave
I'm gonna
turn.
barf
Crazy Dave
onto- I'm
turns to
gonna barf
you.
onto Jill.
Yeah. He like turns to you like very fast and like seems worried and goes, and the dwarf's just like, did you say your stomach hurts?
Yeah, a little bit.
Really? You want me to translate that? Okay, he's asking if you by chance feel anything strange on your body besides your stomach hurting.
Do I?
Do you got a
Do
little headache?
you?
I think yeah. I guess I'd probably have like a slight headache.
And you just see Crazy Dave just like, I'm just gonna
Novus is gonna die.
and so he steps back and he looks to all of you and is just like, I'm just gonna
I'm gonna barf on Gil.
Yep. So yeah, you barf on Gale. And Gale, yeah, so you end up barfing on Gale, and he they all, both the dwarves kind of look at you, and the other dwarf goes, he said you could stay here for the night. Just try not to make a mess. But that was right before you barfed on. Well, I'm gonna go to work now. All of you have a great day. I will be off. Goodbye. And he just makes his way out the door as Crazy Dave just sighs, just.
I use prestidigitation to clean up.
So, he just storms off into another room and just shuts the door.
After I puked on Gil, I was like, "Oh, I'm so sorry." As I look up with a smile on my face. I feel much better now.
Well, I suppose we'll rest here for the night, and
Oh, before we go to bed, should I get a sea invisibility spell equipped?
sure.
Okay.
So, oh yeah, no. After a while, Novos, you are just knocked out. Like,
Oh, so I can't even
no.
equip a spell if I wanted to.
Nope.
Dang, unfortunate.
Yeah, after like 20-30 minutes, you are just you're unconscious and just paralyzed. Basically, you are not moving.
Well,
Okay.
monk shoe, I guess.
If no one wants to do anything or whatever, I suppose
Yeah,
we'll just rest for the night. Hmm? What were you gonna do, Waffles?
Waffles?
Huh?
Were you said something and then you just.
Yes, let's do it.
Oh, okay.
Mm.
Okay. So.
Okay.
You all get ready to pretty much rest for the night, and you rest for a little while. Nothing seems to be that odd, and then after about roughly an hour, you hear people. You hear like dwarves basically running down the street outside, just one by one, just running down the street.
So no long rest yet. Gotcha. Okay.
I wake up.
He's just growing a beard, and there's like plants growing out of the beard.
He's got a bucket on his head.
Yeah, he randomly gets a bucket. You don't even know where his top hat went. It's just a bucket.
Turned into the bucket.
I'm gonna look at Dazu and Gil and Bada and say, perhaps you guys should go and see what's going on. I'll stay here and keep watch over these two.
Gotcha.
Okay, remember, you can use force if you need to with Novos.
Understood.
The back of the knees, very easy to get.
Remember, it's always aim for the temple.
Yeah. He doesn't have very many brain cells left anyway, so...
My goodness.
Okay.
I guess we'll head out.
We'll
see
start
what-
running out to see what's up.
Yeah.
So you'll head out, and you find dwarves running down the street, and you kind of make your way down, following them, and you notice that at the there is there's like a basically at the edge of the town there seems to be a group of there's a group of miners down there, and it seems that they have uncovered some type of they've uncovered some type of hole that leads to what looks to be like an underground passageway, and you can hear as a couple of them like basically look around and like they're talking to the foreman and everything. It's like, look, we opened this thing, and as soon as we opened it, we had a couple go inside, and we haven't seen any of them come out since. And we did hear screams. So no, I'm not going in there. The foreman's just like, what in the hell you want me to do about it? I don't know, find someone else. We're not going in there unless we know what's in there. And the foreman looks over and sees all of you and goes, you, come here.
I go up to them.
So as you
Like,
walk,
are you still disguised, or are you?
I never said I took it off, so...
yeah.
I'm
So
still Bjorn Bjornsson.
yeah. So you walk up and the foreman looks at you. He's like, okay, who are you?
Bjorn Bjornsson.
Bjorn Bjornsson, you're gonna go into that hole there, and you're gonna find out what happened to those dwarves, okay?
All right, if I get a promotion.
Fine, there will be a promotion if you do this. Bring anyone you want to.
Okay.
Is he gonna come back for us?
What do you mean? Is he going to come back for you guys? Minari's gonna stay there trying to get a long rest. You're there poisoned, and Ido is just kind of out cold right now.
Yeah, so it's just us three, anyways. So, I guess I look over at Gel and Bada and say, I guess we should go in.
Guess we shall.
Yep.
Okay. And so, you'll go over there and you'll start making your way in. And as you do, you can hear little bits of cheering from like the other dwarves, like everybody's getting excited as you're going in.
Because they don't have to go in themselves.
Yeah, pretty much. So you make your way in. This passageway is just a small, it seems to be somewhat of a small passageway. It's about 5 feet wide, about 8 to 9 feet tall. And you start making your way in, and as you walk in, you finally then, after a bit, find yourselves looking around. You find an intersection that kind of leads out, and you kind of peek down, and you start to notice that this passageway of sorts might be some type of maze.
Well, I was never good at these. I think, is it always left?
Out of character. The PTSD is real.
Okay, I guess what we'll do is as we're going through, we'll mark where we've been.
How
Like,
about we do? How about we follow the left wall?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Follow the left wall, but still keep marking. That way, if we forget, or if we get turned around, or if things start moving. So I guess we'll just start kind of walking through. And is it dark in here? I'm guessing.
So, I mean, yeah, it's pretty dark. Yeah, it's not like a magical darkness. It's just a normal one.
So I'll just use the ring of light and kind of
Yeah.
lighten things up.
So, yeah, you just walk around, and you keep following the left wall, and you keep walking for a bit, and there's really not much. There's really not there's not really much that goes on, but you just seem to keep walking, and after walking for an inconsiderable amount of time, at this point actually wait. Do any of you have the ability to keep track of time while you're underground?
I don't know. I didn't even know that was like a thing.
That is a thing.
I think it's safe to say that none of us do.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
If we don't know what it is, this is probably a no.
Out of character, Alex knows how to.
Hmm?
I said out of character, Alex knows how to.
I do.
I'm just joking, yeah.
Looks at the drawn on watch on my wrist. Health best 4.
So yeah, so y'all are just walking around
Out of
for a
batteries.
while, but at one point you start to get like really annoyed and frustrated with how long you've been walking around this maze.
Are we able to backtrack to the beginning of the maze?
Sure, if you want to follow the same wall.
Johnny, there was a smile there. See, I think your best bet is keep going.
Yeah, so I guess we'll just keep going.
Okay. So you keep going, and you keep going, and you keep going. And you're just getting frustrated. Because it all looks exactly the same.
Even
That's
if we
how
mark
mazes
it.
work. That's how mazes work.
How long y'all plan on walking?
Yes. You act like we can tell time.
One eternity later.
Yeah, no, I mean, you guys are getting hungry. You know, you're starting to actually pull out your rations and start eating them and everything. And by that time, you start to realize that you might be in here for too long.
Maybe we should head back. Unless you have another better way. It could be. Do you want to check and see if there's any magic to this, maybe, or I can?
I mean, I can check.
Because it might.
I'm not
We might not actually be down here as long as we think.
Okay, I use a second charge of magic awareness.
Okay. What is the distance on this?
60.
60 feet.
So as you use this, you do get a kind of a magic awareness, but you end up getting, what seems to be, about 2 walls over. You get the sense there are. How does it tell you do you have to do it on a specific type of object or something, or does it just tell
No,
you?
it's
everything?
just like an area
All right.
centered
Yeah,
off of
it's-
yourself.
So you end up seeing
Yeah.
there's two small little things with the School of Conjuration magic, just kind of pretty much about 5 feet apart from each other, about what seems to be maybe 10 feet in front of you, but there seems to be a wall in front of you.
Can I like look at the wall, see if there's any like secret like switches?
There are none.
Can how sturdy is the wall?
It's kind of sturdy. I mean, it's the normal stone wall that's underground. You want to punch the wall, don't you?
Yeah, I want to try and break the wall.
Okay, roll me a strength check.
Come on, nat 20.
Strength check. 11.
Yeah, you hear his hand pop.
Ooh, ouch.
Yeah.
Is there a ceiling to this as well? Like there's a ceiling and a floor, like if we look up.
So, I mean,
Like
yeah.
can I climb up?
Well, oh yeah, no. This thing is, I mean, it's just this passageway is like, it's like 9 feet tall, but like, I mean, the walls are up to the
But there
ceiling.
is a ceiling.
Yeah. Well, yeah, it's a
Okay.
ceiling. You're underground.
Well, yeah, that's what I was checking.
Yeah.
Hmm.
You're under
And
the
it's-
underground, actually.
And there's nothing on the like floor, like anything.
Nothing out of the ordinary. Just
Hmm. So you said that it's past the wall, but it's 10 feet in front of us.
pretty much, yep.
Hmm. Can we try and like, because I assume that it's the same, since it's the same as like detect magic, that it stays up for like 10 minutes.
No, it's one turn.
Oh, so it's like a minute or what, like 6 seconds actually.
Yeah, 6
Yeah.
seconds. It's literally I feel it, and then that's about it.
Okay. Because my detect magic is up to 10 minutes, but I don't know. Do we want to try and like see if we can track around and see if we can get to where that magic is?
I think that's probably your best bet.
Yeah. And I can expend a spell slot so that we have my detect magic. It's only up to 30 feet though. So but it'll last up to 10 minutes. Should I do that?
I mean, that's if you want to.
I'll go ahead and do that. So I'll cast detect magic to try and help us track that little bit of magic so we can get to it. And to help me see if there's any other kind of magic around
Okay.
as we're walking.
Okay, cool. So you cast it, and yeah, you could pretty much see the same thing that he saw. And then you're just gonna try to see if you can walk to it, pretty much.
Yeah.
So you end up following the left wall still for a little bit, and eventually, after about 7 or 8 minutes of doing this, you eventually reach a hallway that starts leading you down toward it. And as you get closer, you feel the presence once again. And as you arrive at it, you see 2 dwarf bodies, both with daggers in their chest.
Same daggers.
Yep, looks almost exactly identical to this one that Ito had.
Can I make like a perception check or an investigation check and see if I can see anything, find anything, like maybe traces, tracks?
Roll for investigation.
Okay. Can I get some help, possibly?
No.
Okay, then that's a 6.
You don't see any tracks. You don't see anything else. The only thing that you can see on them is that you notice that both of them are wearing rings from the competition.
Mm. Can we see who other people had like as their
No.
like targets? No.
Not you can't. I mean, you can't just like look at their ring and see that.
Yeah. Okay. And these aren't the ones that are like any of our targets, right? Or like Novos or.
So, from what you know, you have no clue whose targets these might be.
Okay. All right. And the continuing past them just leads to that same wall that we were at before, right?
And continuing past them, I mean, it just continues on with the maze.
Well, because we were at a wall where we could see the magic through
Yeah,
the
you're in a maze.
wall,
They were just on another side of the wall. You just walked around.
but there is more to
Oh,
pass
there's
them.
there's way more to the maze. Yeah.
Okay. Do we want to keep going?
I think we gotta.
Okay. So I guess we'll keep going.
Okay. So you keep going for a while, and after a couple minutes of walking still, you eventually get to the point where you notice that your light is no longer actually like able to light up the area ahead.
So it's like magical darkness.
Yep.
Okay.
Oh boy.
I am gonna activate my ring. And you guys just see like you see me like kind of fiddle with my ring, and then you just like say up, and I just disappear.
Oh no.
And so with him disappearing, it's now with Gel and Bada. What do y'all do?
Uh. I almost want to say we keep going forward. Waffles, you there?
Yeah.
What do you think we should do? I think we gotta keep going forward.
Yeah. I think we should keep going forward if that's the only way.
So, one thing that you guys do
we
notice
can always
is
go back.
one thing you do notice is you guys are kind of tired at this point. Like y'all have been walking for a considerable amount of time at this point, but you're not sure exactly how long.
My detect magic has worn off.
Okay.
Has it? Like that's what I was asking.
Oh yeah. I mean, at this point, pretty much.
Okay.
Okay. Did you? Then do we maybe take a short rest then, or try to take a short rest then continue going?
Oh, short rest sounds good.
Okay.
Okay.
So y'all are gonna take a short rest inside the maze.
Yep. Looks like it.
Okay. So you go and you take a short rest, and pretty much you end your short rest, and I guess you keep going.
Mm-hmm.
But you'll be wandering around in magical darkness. You'll want to continue going around in the darkness?
I mean, I don't know what other choice we have.
Yeah.
I mean,
It's not like we can dispel the magic.
Yeah, we...
so, you keep wandering off into the darkness, and after a decent amount of time, what seems to probably be a few more hours of walking. Not exactly how long, but you can assume it's probably been at least a few hours. You eventually come back and you end up hitting an intersection, and you notice this intersection at the very end of one of the hallways seems to be some bit of light.
Oh, it's the only light in the magical darkness.
So the magical darkness, by the way, ends right at the end of this intersection. So as soon as you poke your head out of it, you can now see around you just a little bit. And to the left, you notice that light at the end.
And I'm still invisible.
Yep.
Yeah, I think we go towards the light.
Okay.
Don't go towards the light.
Okay. So, all of you keep walking, and you eventually go toward the light. And as you get closer, you start to hear what sounds to be pieces. It sounds like pieces of metal hitting rock as you are reaching toward the end of this tunnel. And so,
oh boy, are we back at the dwarves?
And so, as you get closer, you all three of you kind of make your way back, and you poke your heads out and everything, and you see that you have in fact made it straight back to where you started at the beginning, and you see dwarves kind of like moving their way around and everything, and you notice that like one person who just like seems to be frantically running around is Crazy Dave. Like he's like it seems that he is looking behind every rock and crevice he can.
I've dropped the invisibility since we found out that it was dwarves. I guess we'll go up to Crazy Dave.
Okay. And so you guys come out and you run up to Crazy Dave, and Crazy Dave, he sees all three of you, and you see him like kind of freak out a little bit. He runs up to all of you and he's like, and he like points down the road, like toward to where his house would be.
Okay,
Oh,
so
no.
Ace will follow him.
So
I assume something happened to him.
We don't even know how long we've been in there for.
he ends up leading you back, and you get to the house, and he like quickly runs over. He busts the door open, and upon opening the door, you see like Novos kind of like grabs his staff and gets ready, and you see on the inside that you see Minara clutching Ito and crying as Ito seems to be lifeless in her arms. And that is where we're going to end this episode of eDIOCRACY.
No.
Well,
we try to save him. I mean, it's not like we didn't try to save him.
Oh.
Never liked the guy anyway. Just kidding.
this might be a good point to let everybody know that Ito was in fact my target.
Oh.
Yep.
Oh man.
So does that mean that I'm good, or do I have to be the one?
Selfish.
I'm gonna cry in a hole.
I like how I knew Ito better than Manara did, but Manara was like always way closer to him. That was hilarious.
Yeah. But yeah, so next episode's gonna be it's gonna be kind of nice.
Nice.
Yeah.
More trauma. I'm gonna rate his pockets though before.
Oh my god!
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
There you go.
I mean, he did lose all of his stuff in a fire, so I don't think
That
he
is
has
true, yeah.
anything.
I don't think so either. Well, dang.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Yep.
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 Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Oh.
Yep.
Mhm.
Yep.
Yep. Rest in peace, Ito.
Rest in peace.
No.
Oh man.
So there's something that's been like, it's just always like fucking with Lizzie. That's what this has been.
Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed, make sure you press the like, subscribe buttons down below, and please comment. What are your predictions? Will the party find the mage killer? Will all of
Or
them
will the
move
mage
on to the next
killer find
round?
us?
And will we find out how Ito died? Go on ahead and put your predictions down below, and we will see all of you later. This is the cast of eDIOCRACY saying, peace out. Have an amazing night or day, wherever the heck you are, and we'll see all of you in the next episode of The Path to Supernova. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.